What is up, everybody? Welcome to Sandlot Gaming's Dungeons and Dragons. Here we are running Tomb of Annihilation. As you can see, we've reached the Forbidden City of Omu, where we believe the death curse that we are trying to stop has originated, and we're looking to find the cause of it and destroy it. We are in session 23, I believe, of this particular module. We are a bunch of noobs. We are probably all going to die this episode. Our Dungeon Master has warned us several times that this is going to be brutally difficult, so we'll have to see how this goes. That said, in our party, we have a bard, a monk, a druid, a wizard, and a fighter. We typically play for about 3 hours or so, so let's go ahead and get this thing started and jump into the chat, see what's going on.
Time will tell.
No, I mean, it's your team, so I'm sure it'll work out some way, shape, or form. You'll end up 500 and...
Real quick, guys, specifically Andrew and Hillers, are you guys listening?
No, Nick, I'm not listening.
Okay.
No.
I have acquired a new board game for us to play.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, I'm listening now.
Yeah, okay, I'm down.
I got Gloomhaven.
Hey!
I haven't physically received it yet, but I did order it. So.
Don't know what that is,
so
but
Nick,
I'm down.
Nick,
Do you
here's a
remember playing? Did you ever play Hero Quest, Hillers?
Oh, maybe it's like a computer game I played Hero Quest, yeah.
Okay.
No,
Like an old school PC.
I mean,
It was
that's
a
a
board
pretty
game.
good. That's a pretty good analogy.
Late
It's like,
80s.
right, Troy? Like it's a super complex version of Hero Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Troy, I'm sorry, not Troy. Nick, two questions. One, does McLean know how much you spent on it? Okay. and number two is you do know that they're coming out with an online version of it for you to play with friends.
Yeah, but it's a ways away.
It is a ways away. That'd be truth be told. So my other group of friends has been trying to figure out a way to play this on Tabletop Simulator, and apparently there's a whole community of people supporting it for Tabletop Simulator,
Yeah.
which is interesting. But I would love to play it in person, so I'm ecstatic that I can
I'm
actually see it.
Cool.
I'm in, yeah.
You guys are gonna love it. It's fucking.
King's, with King's Quest is the one with the sort of like...
No, Hero
Hero
Quest.
Oh, Hero's Quest. Different thing.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
It was a board game back in like the 80s, 90s where like there was a like it was a tabletop version of Dungeons and Dragons essentially.
Dungeons and Dragons is a tabletop game.
Or it was a board game version of Dungeons and Dragons. Like
Looking forward to trying it. I always like to see a new board game, so we'll
it's
set up
gonna be
a
epic. I can't wait.
I just posted a.
Hey, look at
picture of
that.
Hero Quest.
Holy shit. Yeah, that looks like it would be a little pricey.
Well,
No, that's Hero Quest.
No.
Oh, man.
Gloomhaven is like this. Like
It's
I'll
like
let all the
it's
others
like
describe
Clue
it.
with D&D minis. That's what it looks like. It's Clue with D&D minis.
Yeah,
Whoa.
kind of. The next one I'm posting is Gloomhaven.
Yeah, that's about right. So, from what I understand from the gameplay from my friends who actually own this, is that significant others will actually be able to get in and understand how the game mechanics work. Like, for those who significant others are not, like, gamey people, but that, like, overall maintenance of characters somehow wanes over time.
we can get into it later. Let's
That
bring him in.
Are we ready to rock and roll?
We are.
Ready,
Well,
rock.
I'm ready.
All right. So I think based upon the MVP votes, I believe Roland got MVP, right? Or is or
Here.
Ryan
Yep.
Nolan.
Right, Nolan.
Right, Nolan. Okay. All right.
I think
Only
Rico
the-
has 2 votes, right?
Only the Rhino gets the inspiration point.
Did he? I don't know.
I voted for him. I voted for him like 45 minutes ago. I said gargoyle surfing +1.
Okay.
Ambiguous.
So then
hold
we have
on.
2 votes for each.
And then I didn't vote because I totally fucked up.
And then we roll 20 to see who gets the higher number and wins, right?
Actually, no. So we've got 1 vote for. Actually, I don't even see. I don't see a vote from Gargoyle Surfing. Nick, that doesn't tell me who you're voting. Is that correct,
Gargoyle,
though?
it's gargoyle surfing.
That's what I'm saying. That's a hanging chad of the vote.
Yeah, it'd be good to include the name of who you're voting.
Okay.
So there's 1 vote for Recto, 1 vote for Jason, 2 votes for Roland. Roland's MVP.
Woohoo!
And
So, Roland, you've got inspiration tonight.
Sweet.
Lasts for one night only.
Rhino
All right.
up.
Let's see. Since you got the inspiration, Roland, I'll go ahead and let you do the recap.
Okay. So I believe the evening started out with us much farther north. We had at Camp Vengeance camp at the camp. We had a fairly uneventful trip south with 3 other adventurers from the camp.
Poor red shirts. They didn't make it too far.
We did come across a undead
2 of them
army.
survived.
Yeah, I think 2 survive. Is that what you said?
Yep.
Yeah.
The one went right down.
We did come across a undead army out in a field that we decided to let be and not kick that hornet's nest until we finally came to Omu, which is in what appears to be a crater, the city.
I'll be right back.
I believe they were about 100-foot walls of stone all the way around, cliffs, surrounded by statues, and our attempt to descend immediately animated multiple statues. A fight did occur. We lost one of our +1s, and we are now post-battle top of a cliff.
That's right.
I would add only the detail that several of us have spider climb to be able to further descend, which should still be active for the next.
you're welcome.
Yep. For the next
If we
however
decide
long.
we want to keep trying the climb thing.
Good.
Well, it seems like we've gotten the gargoyles in the immediate vicinity,
Yeah. Yeah.
or more of them would be attacking us right now.
That's right. So we'll pick up as you guys finish off the last of the gargoyles, and you're standing there near the cliff edge. Seconds after that gargoyle goes down, all of you start to hear a loud, piercing sound coming from Zigmundo.
Oh, come on.
What would you say the sound sounds like? Can you make the noise?
That's not good. That's not good at all.
Okay.
I
All
look
right.
over.
Is
Is
Zigmundo-
this something he's actually
Is
noise he's
Zigmundo
making?
the
or is
noise, or is it coming
Okay,
from like his
as-
pack?
As
Or
the
the chicken?
person,
So Squawk, go ahead and roll. Squawk, go ahead and roll investigation real quick.
Eventually, I'll get there. Okay.
You don't think it? He's not making it vocally. You can tell that. And he
Like
appears to be a little
scanners.
confused.
Troy, can I pull out my rubber chicken? And can I
Yes.
tell whether the noise is coming from the rubber chicken?
So you pull out the rubber chicken, and you can
not the
see
squeaks?
it is, yeah. You kind of reach around in your pack, and you hear a and pull it out, and it's very clearly coming from the rubber chicken, and you can see the belly of the rubber chicken is glowing brightly.
Oh my god.
And
Get it out of there! Throw it!
So
yeah.
I take the rubber chicken by its feet and I shake it violently until I dislodge the cube.
Okay. So as you start to shake it, all of a sudden, boosh, a bright white light flashes, blinding everybody. And Zigmundo, you only, you are all of a sudden granted a vision.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
And you see.
No, it's not good being the holder of the vision. Not good.
Omu as it was before the fall. You see a magnificent large city stretching throughout this sunken valley, filled with whitewashed buildings that stretch from end to end. Sunlight sparkles off of glass domes and windows throughout. But something is wrong. You see black smoke coiling from fires across the city. you can zoom in with your vision and see corpses littering the streets and wraith-like ghosts circling the rooftops like vultures. You see a circle, a sphere of pure darkness growing out of the center of the city. As it gets larger and larger and larger and blots out the light, you out of instinctual fear, you turn away, hear something, you turn back. The darkness is gone, and you see the half-flooded, overgrown ruins of Omu before you. You look around, and you're back with the party. The chicken is destroyed, and the
No, the chicken!
Wait, but I shook the cube free.
chicken is destroyed, and the cube is
It
sitting
wasn't
there.
tuned to it.
Time to re-roll a new character.
The cube is spinning in place in the air.
Oh Jesus. Oh,
Fix
God.
it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it!
Oh God.
Are we? Or is the vision over? Are we still blinded? Like
No,
No, your vision has returned. Yeah. So only Zygmundo saw the vision, but the bright light flash you guys all did see, and it's kind of like almost like a flashbang like effect. Like you're
Right.
still your eyes hurt a little bit, but you can see you're all back. You're in control of yourself.
Okay. And what time of day is it?
Right now it's pretty early in the
Yep.
day. It's maybe brunch time.
Okay, cool.
So anywhere between 10 and 3 p.m.
Nothing like brunch in Omu.
I want.
Great spots.
Brunch time.
I do want a omusa.
Okay. So
Full of Snurpies.
I immediately fall down to my knees and start weeping at the loss of Dr. Squeaks.
okay.
All right.
As you do that, Zygmundo, you come to your knees. You see some purple energy crackling in the ground. Like you see these blades of grass. And you see like little, almost like purple lightning arcing between the different blades, moving back and forth. And it's kind of almost like a little field around you of this purplish energy. And Roland, you see that energy coalesce behind Zygmundo. And all of a sudden, this purple energy coalesces and extends upwards into a bright white rectangle. And a figure steps through this bright white light,
Okay.
out next to all of you, right in the midst of you, directly behind Zygmundo. It is a tall, skeletal figure. He's wearing molded robes, clutching a long, skull-tipped staff. It's Asarerak. Share a little handout here.
I'd like to. Boy, that's the guy.
So as soon as he comes out, you see him move his hand, speak a word, and let's see. I'm going to need Zygmundo. I need you to.
Oh boy. That doesn't look great at all. That's a very big picture.
You say he spoke a word, Troy?
He is, and so I need Zygmundo to
Get the heck out of
roll.
Dodge. See you
I
guys later.
I don't think it's the Keymaster.
Zygmundo, go ahead and roll a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ooh, roll 3d8.
Better be a fucking 30.
I would like to remind those of us in the party that there is that there's an inspiration die at hand.
There better be.
Wisdom saving throw. All right, here we go. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'll give you.
No.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you for your confidence, Nick.
That's good.
I want to see what's gonna.
I want to see what happens to him. Oh, purple ash, you say? All right then.
Probably should have used that inspiration.
So you kind of instinctually you see everybody else. Everybody else has really noticed this behind you.
Yeah.
You start to turn, Zygmundo, to see what's happening. All of a sudden, you feel your muscles seize, and you can't move. You can still breathe, but it's a labor to breathe, and you find that you can't move your arms or your legs.
We see him?
Oh, you all see him.
Can I shoot him?
Well, why don't we go ahead and roll initiative?
Because shooting things without asking questions has always worked out so
I don't care. He's casting a spell unprovoked on our party member. I will shoot him.
As I recall, Zygmundo is not immune to slicing and bludgeoning damage.
Where's our
Top rate.
we all rolling initiative now? Is that what's
God,
happening?
that's
I know
We're
where.
rolling initiative.
Oh. Top right there. We
We'll
go.
click on that guy and initiative.
Try knew something we didn't know. We did this wrong, and now we're all gonna lose.
Well, I mean, hi, side quest guy here. Just gonna throw that out there.
Well, our new characters will take their sweet time getting down here.
Actually, spoiler alert, my new character is Azarak, so...
Wow, not a lot of hit points to go around amongst the
I don't think this is where the fight happens.
most of you. Well, something's happening.
Yes, something is happening. That is good observation.
Sorry. That's not what I wanted to do. Am I allowed to use
He
this to see
insults
what spell
the
he was
lich.
casting?
You
let's see here.
want to insult him?
You are so bony.
You a thought. You ain't so hot.
Here's what I will let you do, Nick. So you want to use observant. So you can certainly see what he was saying, but that doesn't necessarily tell you what spell he was casting. What I'll let you do though is do an Arcana check with advantage to try to determine which spell it was.
Okay.
It was just fuck you in Abyssal.
Nice.
Oh.
Advantage, yeah. So you are very certain that he cast Hold Monster.
Old monster?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not a monster. I'm a man.
Uh-oh. Secret backstory for Zygmundo.
Hold Monster is basically like Hold Creature.
Old person?
There's Hold Person is only for people. Hold Monster is for
Creatures.
creatures, including people.
Okay. It's like a level
It's
9
like-
spell or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty nasty.
It's level 5. Yep.
It's
All
only
right.
4
So
levels away.
so we get Asterarak's turn first here. We'll use this kind of area here at the top to say roughly where everybody is. So I think we would have had you guys over here, you guys over here, and here, and you would have been here as well.
Get them, red shirts.
All right. So on Asterarak's turn, he is going to
That wasn't his turn.
That was opportunity
that
attack.
was a surprise round, basically.
It was
Oh,
very
yeah, surprise round.
I guess the chicken didn't muffle him at all. That's not good.
So he's gonna cast. He's gonna push his hand out as a ray of bright blue-white light streaks out of his hand towards Squawk.
Right.
Whoa.
Hang on 1 second. Let me just check it.
33.
I cast counterspell.
Okay. All right. What level are you casting it at?
All of them.
I cast at 1.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Or level 3. Level 3. Sorry, level 3. Because that's the default. Like I wasn't gonna spend it.
Yeah. Yep. Go ahead and post it so everybody can see how this works, because this is our first counter spell.
Fucking plus 15.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's very frightening.
Okay, so as you see him chant and this blue-white energy begin to emit from his hand, you go, and you're able to stop it, and it goes.
Yeah.
Silly.
Sucks right back in his hand.
Get it.
Thank you.
Nice, man. Nice.
We ain't no
All right.
fools.
Had
So it
that
is
one locked
Brovek's
and
turn.
loaded.
He needs to go back to English because he can't spell.
Oh.
So Brovek
Well, your character did a great job.
charges in, swinging his sword.
Goodbye. Bye, Felicia.
Shing! Sword impacts right into the bones of Esrarak, and just you can see it kind of almost just stress kind of creep up Brovek's arm as the sword does not penetrate at all, and kind of shakes him like if you aren't holding a baseball bat when you ball. He swears and staggers back. Does not seem to damage in any way. Turna, likewise, steps backwards, looses an arrow, just ting, bounces right off of Asrarak's helmet, off to the ground. Before Roland can go, Asrarak is going to stare over at Recto, and Recto, you see these bright white
I look away.
piercing energy eyes, like
That's a good choice. Don't look directly into it.
Can I look at the ground?
So here's the way you can do that. You can make a wisdom saving throw.
God.
I'm sorry to have to carve you to pieces, buddy.
Okay. You are now frightened for 1 minute.
A minute. Whoa.
What is frightened? What is
Uh,
that
yeah, look how
condition?
frightened though. It doesn't make you run.
No. You cannot move any closer.
How close am I to him?
Pretty far.
I would say you're maybe 30 feet.
Okay.
So you can't, I don't think you can, I'm not sure if you can attack him. I'm not sure how that works with frightened condition. So if you can look that up, that'd be good. Before
Sure.
your turn. I do know that you can't approach him. I don't think you have to run away.
Frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks while the source of its fear is within line of sight. Creature can't willingly move closer, and that's all it says.
Okay. Yep. All right. So Roland, it's your turn.
So I'd like to run over right behind Zigmundo,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Nice. Yes. All right.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
And
Is this your artifact or whatever it is?
No,
Oh, wait.
it's just a
Somebody-
level 2 spell.
Somebody has one of those.
Yeah, do you ever tell us what the condition was that he had?
Hold monster is paralyzed.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a paralysis.
That's what I assumed. I
But,
just didn't know.
we had some sort of artifact. Remember that had like greater and lesser restorations on it. We've never used it.
You had like a charm. Yeah.
A charm.
Hey, actually, where's my? Why am I not on the list there?
The Charm of Restoration has 6 charges.
I have a 12 initiative.
Well, I don't have any trinket
Did
that
you
we've
click on
ever
your,
collected. So.
You do.
Where you
It's
rolled
actually under your
I didn't
character.
see a token.
Mm,
Oh, there it is. No, I didn't. I see what you mean. No,
Oh,
I did
the
not.
Charm
I'll
of
redo it.
Restoration.
Sorry.
Get,
I'll redo it.
I believe we gave it to you.
you get 4 charges of greater and 2 charges of lesser.
Where are you seeing that?
Go to your character.
Under all the
your
characters,
area,
under Roland,
Yep.
Robinson.
and under Roland.
Oh,
It's
I didn't see it. I didn't see it there. Sorry, I was looking under my equipment.
It's the first thing. Yeah, under your name. It's pretty boss actually.
Well, I'm gonna if you'll allow, I would like to use that charm instead of the spell
Instead?
slot if that's okay.
Go for it. Yep. Yeah, that's fine.
you just said you
All right.
cast it.
Okay. So you pull out this charm and you kind of focus on the magical energy within it. You reach out towards Zigmundo, and all of a sudden you see kind of his muscles relax, and Zigmundo, you feel all of a sudden you can breathe more easily, and you're able to bring your hand up. You are once again free.
My my face is wet with the tears for Dr. Squeaks.
Can we edit the charm to just change the number in real time so we can keep track of it that way, or is this handy?
Yeah, I can do that. Let's see.
I can maybe even put it on like a high level spell slot that I'm not gonna use for a long time. And
Okay. Yeah, lesser is down to 1.
Restoration. Okay. Let's see. Lesser restoration uses 2 charges, so you're down to 4 charges.
So that means you can have 2 more lessers or 1 greater.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd like
Might
to
save that greater.
I'd like to back up as far as kind of my
Okay. Probably make it out there.
Because that
Yeah.
greater is the only thing that can stop us if we get cursed. Any one of us.
that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Okay. And so as he sees you coming up and do that, he curses at you, shoots his hand out, and once again you see this blue-white energy emit, and this time headed towards Roland.
So many actions. Fucking legendary bosses, man. God.
That hits.
Plus
So roll it up.
15. Yeah.
Your speed is also reduced by 10.
Okay.
All right, Squawk, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to pull out the guitar, and I'm going to. I was looking for a way to do this. Give me 1 second. I'm going to play counter charm. Basically, is what I'm going to do. I'm going to. Here you go.
I'm not sure what counter charm is. So you can...
No, there it is. I'm gonna be very inspirational with my song, with a performance now, and everyone will have advantage on being charmed or frightened.
Cool.
Okay.
That'll help Mike
All
immediately.
right.
Again, good barding. You're really coming out the gate this week, Nick.
Very well done. All right. Okay. Zigmundo.
And I am
Oh,
10
Nick,
feet.
are you?
Yeah. How tall is this thing?
He's tall, maybe like 7 feet tall, not
So
crazy.
he's not gargantuan. Okay. I'm gonna be about. I'm gonna be hovering between 12 and 15 feet in the air.
Okay, I'll put you at 15.
Okay.
So Troy, did I
Round,
hear that he was heading toward Roland or looking at Roland? I'm sorry, I didn't.
He
hear
was
that.
he was just looking at. He cast a spell at Roland.
Okay.
Roland.
So
He appeared behind you, and he's still there.
I am still within reaching grasp of this monster.
If
You
he's
are.
behind him, has he seen it yet?
First, I would advise you to keep thy mouth shut.
Very well. No, it's just like, when you're talking about somebody and they're right behind you.
Oh, he's right behind me, isn't he? Jesus.
Behind me, isn't he?
Damn it. God damn. What the hell am I gonna do here?
Bicycle kick.
Probably.
Should insult him.
Question his motives.
Okay. I'm gonna go set up a defense thing here. So I'm gonna use glass staff of defense to set up mage armor, please. And for reference, here's mage armor.
Yep.
All right. And then I am also removing one of the charges from the staff. And my temporary AC is now up. That really ends my turn. I can't do too much.
You grasp the staff, and you can feel the energy from the staff come over your skin and give you this shield. All right, Recto. At the end, at the end of your turn, you can make another Wisdom saving throw to try and break this.
At the end of my turn?
Let me double check that, but I believe so.
You can still move as part of if you're frightened.
Yeah, at the end of your turn, you can try
You're
to
n-
break it. With this,
You're
Okay.
not stunned.
So let me ask you this then. Heroism.
Mm-hmm.
It
It's better than heroin.
says the creature is immune to being frightened. What if the creature is already
Mhm.
frightened? I'm guessing it ends that particular status.
I think that's fair. I think that I would count that as basically an automatic success when you go to roll your save.
Okay. In that case, I will, as my bonus action, I'm going to activate the scale, Shastabaz's scale.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to use my last.
Was it already active as of last session?
No, well, I don't know how long has it been. It only
It's been more than.
yeah, it only lasts a minute. And that's going to use my last key point, unfortunately. And then I'm going to cast as my action heroism on myself.
Yep.
To end the frightened status.
Yep. And it technically doesn't end until the end of this turn. The status. So you still can't move any closer to him.
Doesn't end when I cast the spell?
No. The way I think that I would rule this is that because you get a chance to basically the spell renews every round at the end of your turn, or has an opportunity to, which is when you would roll a save. And in this case, I'm going to say that you're going to automatically succeed on that save because you're now immune, but it's not over right now.
So what if I would have cast it in on somebody else? Would that be the same thing?
Right. It would,
Like, even though it wasn't my turn, like if and Jason was up next, or whatever, in 2 turns, I cast it on Jason.
Mhm.
At the start of his turn, he was still frightened, even though I hit him with that spell?
I think so. Like you'd have to either get it on him ahead of time, right? It doesn't cure frighten; it makes you immune to frighten. So I would say,
well, hang
it's
on, that
already
might. Then let me ask you this.
mm-hmm.
Sorry, guys. Then that may change what I want to do then.
Okay.
This particular spell
Mm-hmm.
kind of does the same thing.
Right, and see, just like it says, if the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed,
You just get
target has
advantage.
on any new saving throws, basically at the end of the turn, right? So I'm saying with heroism, I'll let you count the saving throw at the end of the turn as
Okay. So what is the status of?
success.
Does anybody else have the status effect on them right now?
I have a slow, but that's it.
I think that slow only lasts until the end of.
You'd probably rather be slow getting
Yeah,
towards
I'm
this
okay
guy.
with that.
Okay. Can
That
I?
slow, by the way, is until the start of your next turn rolling.
Okay.
Can
Actually,
I-
start of Acerera,
Can I
actually,
get
sorry.
like to over next to like behind Jason over here?
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Then let's just do that. We'll stick with heroism because that for sure ends the frightened. I take it
As of your next
at the end of at the end of this turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you
Now
cast
I am-
heroism on yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. And so before we go to Jason's turn, Acerera takes his staff and grips it and swings it at Brovek.
Oh, other question on that. Sorry. Does that use a spell slot for me, or is that just a thing I do now? Okay.
It's just a thing that you do.
Okay. Because I've got to use a key point to do the thing. Okay. Cool.
All right. So Brovek takes 11 cold damage, and he's now paralyzed.
Gish.
DC
All
20.
right, Jason,
Thanks.
your turn.
All right. In having watched him do all these actions here, and I'll roll whatever you tell me to roll. Am I seeing anything ostensibly magical on his person? Rings or helmet or staff? Like, does something glow?
So you did see his staff appears to, you know that based upon just like general life in this world, when somebody that looks like him has a staff, the staff's probably magical.
Probably good. Yeah.
You haven't. I would let you like investigate if you're willing to use your action for that to try and identify anything else. Right now you haven't noticed nothing else obvious because he's been casting spells in a normal way, like with his hand.
In a normal way, it's like super fast and at everybody. And I'm just posting this to read it. When you hit it. Strength. Okay. All right. So I will. If I'm within 30 feet of him, run at him.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna run up to him like in melee range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say north of Zigmundo there. Yep. And then I just not attempt to like hit him with the sword, but just do the disarming attack, right?
Okay.
So I wouldn't attempt to apply the damage of a.
Well, you have to. So you have to try and.
Okay.
attack him.
Also, your DCs are still wrong. It looks like.
What do you mean? Wrong in which way?
Like when I posted in the chat, you don't. It's not a DC 11 for you. You have at least a 14.
As a saving?
Your spell, your what is it called?
Oh, the disarming attack.
Your spell your spell save DC is wrong.
It should be a 15. Right.
Okay. Well, so here's the thing.
8 plus proficiency, which is 3, plus strength, which is 4. So it should be
15.
15. Yeah. Okay.
So maneuvers require you to hit the target with a melee.
Okay. Well, here we go. That's not great.
No, I don't think that's gonna do it.
I think I missed. Okay. But I will try the offhand.
All right.
It says Warhammer, but it's rapier. Oh my god, these are despicable. All right. Miss again. Yeah.
Yeah, so you swing, and he just pulls up his staff and deflects one, and as you bring your rapier down, he just grabs it, his hand, right on the blade.
Oh no!
To the side.
That's unfortunate. Okay.
We just want to find our car. That's all.
I haven't short rested. I did an action surge last time we did this, right?
Don't you get multiple attacks a turn?
Yeah, I get one more. So yeah, okay, I'll try it. Here we go. Well, that was better.
Not quite good enough though.
Oh my god!
You bring it down.
So
the
bad.
long sword right into his chest, and
that's so bad. Oh, that's not good at all. Yeah, let's hit the bricks. Everybody run!
Yeah, it's not great.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
If I have any movement left, I'd like to run away. But
where are we running to? I'm just wondering.
North. I'll run north.
Okay, so you want to
off the map.
So you want to run that way. He is going to try and take a target of opportunity attack at you.
Yep, I did. Yeah, I didn't. I couldn't do it even if I wanted. 16 won't do it. Or wait,
right, so
it's against what? My AC?
That's against your AC, so it does not hit.
Won't do it. Yeah.
All right, so he swings at you, but just barely whiffs as you're
something went right.
Double whiffs. No, it didn't go right. I just didn't take damage.
It just didn't go horribly wrong.
Yeah, it's not winning. It's just not losing as hard as we used to.
Okay, so
Oh, crap. How do I? Sorry,
So,
I'm trying to fix my thing. Ignore.
okay, so for Asarerek's turn, as his turn starts, you see him pull together and hold his staff out in front of him with both hands, and he chants something else. As you see a bubble kind of extend out from him, and it passes through Zygmundo and Brovek.
Awesome.
Zygmundo, you feel it doesn't hurt; it just feels like kind of uncomfortable. And it's this shimmery kind of bubble with like different kind of like hexagonal panels, jing, 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 kind of flashing on and off all around it. Looks almost like it's made out of crystal. And it seems to be kind of circling around Asarerak, Zygmundo, Brovek, and the cube, which is spinning there. And Asarerak places one of his bony hands on Zygmundo's shoulder and reaches out with the other hand and grasps onto the cube, which you know is called the Beacon of Asarerak, which is still glowing very brightly. And he grabs it and he crushes it. And all of a sudden, that bright white light that the cube was emitting, all of a sudden you see it flicker out and be replaced with a small speck of a black circle floating in reality right there. It looks really strange. It's just pure black. And a second later, you see it expand out to the size of like a beach, 2 feet circumference or 2 foot diameter. Really. So it's quite large, still floating in space. And you see some of the molded, kind of tattered remains of what was a hood once, kind of pull back off of Asarerek's body and start to suck towards this sphere. He leans forward, Zygmundo, towards you, and he's kind of speaking with his skeletal, kind of decayed face close to your ear. I've been looking for this for a long time. Thank you for returning to me.
Shit!
It is important to my work. In my benevolence, I offer you this. Flee this place and never return, and I shall not pursue you. He then turns to let's say to Brovek, and he reaches out with a finger and pushes it into Brovek's forehead.
No, Julie.
Yo!
Boom!
That is a finger of death.
Is
That's
that-
so unnecessary.
DC 28, huh? That seems pretty good.
DC 28 for a 78 plus 30.
Brovek didn't make it.
No shit, he didn't. That's an insta kill on a lot of people.
Can you give him a bardic inspiration? Will that help?
No,
All right, so
you got a
Brovek.
finger. You got a finger of life spell.
Brovek drops to the ground, seemingly dead. All right.
Seemingly,
So as he
Those were-
drops to the ground,
those are good rolls too.
a second later, you see kind of Brovek's corpse starts to twitch as he stands back up. As
He's
a
the Night
zombie.
King.
Shouldn't the brain have been destroyed?
Or
That's not the way
possessed.
Finger of Death works.
That's not the way this
A
goes.
finger of death. Oh, fancy.
Okay,
I want a
fix it,
finger of
Rico.
death.
Fix it! Fix it! Fix it!
All right, and he is going to walk forward,
Hey,
the zombie,
You guys
and
still there?
reach out.
Yep,
and,
we got you.
And, slam his blunt fist to because he's kind of dropped his weapons towards Zygmundo.
Just said he wasn't going to pursue us.
Mage armor.
Oh, mage armor pays off.
Yeah. So
Oh.
kind of hits it and zing, kind of his hand bounces it right off.
Whew.
All right.
You
pretty
can't
close.
punch. I'll show you how to punch.
So Turna sees us. No, Brovac! And she starts to shoot towards Asarerak, thinks about it, changes her mind, and shoots towards the zombified corpse of Brovac. Let's see what she can do.
Ugh.
Miss.
Those rolls.
Miss.
Oh,
my
my God.
Well, she's emotionally distraught.
All right.
Hit it with your
and,
mace, Squawk.
So before we continue,
You have a mace?
Jason, he's going to Asarerak turns and glares at you. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
2 actions. Oh, this isn't gonna be good. Anything that costs 2 actions is gonna hurt like the dickens.
Oh,
All right.
I
You were
don't
frightened
think
for 1
that's
minute.
gonna do it.
Wow.
You are rolling a lot of ones tonight.
You get advantage
Oh yeah.
Why would
because
he?
of my.
Because of
Because-
his.
because
Oh
of
my
my counter charm.
lord. Oh my sweet lord. God, this is.
Well, you had to roll a 19 to beat it, so.
Well, it was never gonna happen. But
Yeah.
these are some game across the country is having the best game of its life, just ripping up enemies.
All right. Now it is Roland's turn.
so can we try to have some? Can we speak with him here? As he allowed us, he said we could leave if we leave.
You can try.
Okay. I'd like to yell, stop.
Okay.
If you will allow us to leave this location, leave this spot we are on, we will leave this spot we are on.
If you lost me, we will leave.
An immortal being will never see through that subterfuge.
So Asarerak hears you. You see a grin kind of creep as his flesh kind of pulls back from these kind of gnarled and slightly sharpened teeth. And he, ha, ha. Yes, flee.
Okay.
So I
It's still your
do.
turn. It's still your turn. So I'll say that cost you your bonus action.
Okay. Well,
Still have your action.
We
and
are-
your movement.
then I will.
We gotta get Zig out of there.
Yeah.
He's gonna be
Your
able to.
frail wizard friend likes to also live.
Well, you brought it to him. I'd swear allegiance if I were you.
Yeah, we'll understand. We'll come back for you, buddy.
Oh,
I would like to then cast Moonbeam on the zombie.
Okay.
Why did that not post? It's not posting. I don't know why it's posting. I'm gonna try just a different spell here. Okay, so that went.
Oh, you cast Goodberry?
No.
Have you tried my berries, Mr. Undead Lich?
Looks like
Poison, I promise.
for some reason it's not casting. So
Have some of my cocktail fruit.
I'm able to select the. Drag it back on. Sorry.
So which one are you actually casting? Sorry.
Moonbeam. There it goes.
Okay. And how am I reading this? So that hits the zombie, is that right?
The zombie, yes.
Okay. Does it do anything other than just hit him for 4 damage?
It's just showing 4
They-
damage.
2d10, he gets 4. Jeez.
Radiant damage. So I don't know if he's opposed to that, and
He's probably opposed to all damage.
thought it did.
I'm pro damage. I just
No,
want to
I
throw
don't.
that.
It's not. it does. They get disadvantage, I think, with that on. Hold on. I don't know why this is all
Does he
fucked
have
up.
to
I haven't
save
touched. I mean, I haven't touched this since the last time I used it, so I don't know why it's not working all of a sudden. Let me just copy and paste the spell description.
Oh, this is the one where you get the. I remember this. You use this in the big battle against the undead at camp.
Yes,
Camp,
yeah, I can
Camp
move it
Vengeance or Camp
around. It's
Righteous.
radiant. It's radiant damage.
Okay.
Um,
So I assume you have the column on the zombie right now.
That's how you roll damage on Moonbeam, by the way.
yeah. Fucking A, man.
Not 4. Yeah,
Two
it's
twos.
like a sphere. It's like a sphere of fire, but
It's just a light. It's just a light. It's just a
Yeah.
Light beam,
crazy
head on.
straight
Plus
down
your
light.
action to move it.
Mhm.
also druided as shit for what it's worth.
Oh, and he gets to make a save on it, too. And if he makes the save, he doesn't take the damage.
Takes half damage.
Or half damage.
Constitution. That would be against a 15.
So he makes it. So you actually take 2 damage instead.
Boom. There you go. You're welcome, Zig.
Woo!
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah. I mean that's gonna be the end of my turn.
Okay. Before you go, Squawk, you see Asararak look over at the fallen corpse of Go, who was the third addition that you added to the party from Camp Vengeance, and he holds out one skeletal hand and kind of pulls it up. Rise! And you
Dude, get out of
see
my player sheet.
Sorry, I'm just fixing your stuff.
a headless corpse of Gao kind of
Headless.
yeah, no head. The gargoyle bit it off.
Better right off.
Well, how is it? Okay.
Magic, Meryl. God damn it.
All right. That's why I stopped.
So he's like right over here. He'll go on Brovek's turn. All right, Squawk, it's your turn.
Okay, squawk out.
Yeah.
I want to keep moving. I'm gonna move up to about here-ish. I'm gonna start flying away. But I'm going to keep my performance going on as I'm flying away.
Okay.
He bravely ran away. Danger reared his ugly head. He bravely ran away.
I kind of like nod at Asararak, and I'm like, okay, and it just kind of like start leaving, like, and playing my music as I'm exiting stage right.
Okay. Zigmundo.
So I hold my hands up and I slowly turn toward Asararak and I say, we'll just be going, okay? And I make a
yes.
and I make a movement to start going to test the waters and make sure I'm not going to explode upon walking away.
Okay. Which way are you going?
I'm gonna head to the
away.
to the northeast, please. Toward halfway between Jason and Squawk.
I'd like to move to the away, please,
Yeah.
as quickly as
So you
possible.
are going to take a target, an opportunity attack from the zombies.
God damn it!
From one zombie.
There's an action.
I thought he controlled them.
He doesn't once. He doesn't really control them. He creates them.
Holy Lord!
Oh wait a tech here. What is their? Holy shit! So which one are they taking? The 23? It doesn't matter, I guess.
23.
It's the 20. It's the first.
Those guys were worthless when they were alive. Now they're stone cold killers.
They're murderers of all hell.
So what you're saying is I get hit for 11 damage. Is that where we're
You
at?
got hit for 11 damage. That's right.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna not bode well for our hero here because I'm now -6.
Well, you're at 0. You don't go to negatives unless it goes.
I
All the way.
was being facetious. -6.
Which one of you guys learned the bringing people back to life spell from that hag?
He's,
up
he's
on-
we
not
didn't
dead. He's
because
not
that
dead.
was-
He's
Not dead.
unconscious.
He's just unconscious.
No, I'm just wondering idly for no reason.
No, because none of us, because she was a terrible person, and we all decided that she did not belong in this culture.
Yeah, but I think Roland knows it. He's pretty good.
I do not.
Okay.
No, Roland just chooses to not die. I mean, he's a druid, so.
Recto,
No,
it's
but
your
I
turn.
mean the spell to bring people back to life.
I do not.
Yeah, it is my turn. I'm going to fire, or no, I'm going to run up to this shit-ass zombie in front of me.
You're hoping
and-
shit ass.
And I'm going to strike it down.
That does hit. Is it the 9 and the 6?
Yeah, it's 15.
Okay. That. So you this is that headless one, and so you come up and kind of punch it right in the chest. It makes no effort to move out of the way, as it doesn't have eyes coming, and your fist goes right through his torso and right out the back, kind of through the tattered remains of his Camp Vengeance uniform. He's still lumbering around, but seems. I don't think he was in great shape to start with. He's in even worse shape now.
Yep, I'm gonna hit him again then.
All right, and that'll do it. So you kind of wrap around and just crack him in half, and he kind of falls apart. You know, flesh slewing off of bone as he crumples to the ground, destroyed.
And then I'm gonna run up to the next zombie and hit him.
All right. Okay.
Nice, man.
Yeah, and you're able to and kind of punch him. You can see like this glow of radiant energy from where you hit him. As a kind of it's almost like when you see necrotic damage hit something else, but in this case the radiant energy is kind of eating away at his undead flesh.
I can stabilize Zig if I stay alive, and in my right mind. So let's just take care of the zombies and be on our way, I think.
Okay. Is that your end of your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right, Jason.
So I can't get any closer to him than I am, which is how far?
You're maybe 20 feet right now.
All right. I'd like to
Hit him with a rock.
maneuver 20 feet closer
To Asarerak?
to Zigmundo without being 20 feet closer to Asarerak.
Zigmundo is right next to Asarerak. You can't get any closer to Zigmundo.
He just
Then
said he
I'd like
wants to. He's not saying he can. He's just saying he wants to.
Why don't you just decapitate him, Hillers? You have a sword. Just decapitate him.
You could like circle around and maintain the same distance. I mean, I guess you could get like a little bit closer to Zigmundo by kind of like circling around, but you're not going to be that much closer.
Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, I'd like to get a little bit closer to Zigmundo and then hide in the tall grass.
No.
Okay, so you can get to about here, which puts you, about 2 feet closer to Zigmundo,
Right.
While maintaining the same distance from Asarerak.
Right.
Go ahead and yeah.
What do I even roll for a hide action?
It's gonna be a stealth. It's gonna be a stealth check.
Okay.
You're wearing heavy armor though, right?
Yeah.
If you're wearing heavy, then it's at disadvantage. Roll
Okay.
again.
1.
Hey.
That's a 16.
Okay. So you feel like you're looking around. It's obviously it's pretty wide open field. There's not a lot of places to hide, but you kind of duck down. And you feel like there's enough going on.
Yeah, I'm
You
one
hope
with the
that-
land.
You hope that you've at least kind of, even if you're not quite invisible, you've maybe diminished
Yeah.
how much people can notice.
You've seen the ghost in the darkness, right? That's me. I'm the lion.
There you go. Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I can't think of a thing that I can do to be useful in this scenario. Oh wait, don't I get to do a wisdom saving throw against the frightened effect?
You do, yes.
Okay.
You need a 20.
Well, that's unlikely to happen. My wisdom is
But you get to roll. You get to
super-
roll twice because of Nyx.
Oh yeah, that should still be active.
Ah, good.
This will not do it.
Well, I'm getting these bad rolls out of the way early. so
Yeah, we are.
I'm excited about the rest of the night. Provided
so-
any of us live.
So, So, Recto, you see that as you destroy the first zombie and come around and do a lot of damage to the second zombie, Asarerak kind of turns and focuses his attention on you again.
Yeah.
And he kind of the chuckle that he had as Roland was addressing him fades. He looks at you and says, "Impressive. Well, where are my manners? I extend to all of you an invitation. Descend into Omu. Assemble the 9 puzzle cubes from the shrines to Omu's false gods and enter my tomb of horrors. The Sohn sisters have prepared quite the surprise for you. Or for me, it's up to you." And then he kind of starts to cast a spell. You see that purple energy reform. A big white rectangular door extends from the ground. He motions as this to the sphere of darkness that moves, kind of floats slowly through the door. And Asarerak steps to the door and the door vanishes, the bubble vanishes, and you're left there alone with the final zombie.
Zigmundo lays quietly on the ground unconscious.
So it's the other zombie's turn, and he is going to swing at Recto. He misses. Turn is gonna shoot at the zombie. She's going to hit actually with both of those. As she says, "Oh, Brovek," and she kind of pulls back. Both arrows stick into him, and he goes and falls over on his face and stops moving.
See, we won.
I'd like to go over and stabilize Zig.
I can actually.
Don't use the spot. We'll just
it's not a
stabilize
spell, but that's fine if you want. I mean, you.
Okay,
How are
that's
you going to
fine.
do it?
I have a +7 to medicine.
No, I have a cantrip.
Yeah, do it.
This wang of healing.
So I'll run over and I'll put I will place my hands on Zigmundo and spare the dying.
Okay. So Zigmundo, you're stable. So you're still unconscious, to be clear, but you don't have to make any death.
Huzzah!
But that doesn't heal him. It doesn't come back up.
True, but if we hang out for a few hours, he'll wake up.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to cast I'm gonna cast Good Berry twice. Give me 20 berries.
It's a lot of berries.
Okay.
And I will dole out 5 to Zig, Squawk,
Shovel him down his wizard gullet.
in Recto. Yeah, it's pretty much. But I'm gonna have
Big
Squawk
gullet.
like rub his throat in a weird, creepy manner, so he can pre-chew him for him.
you take Zig's skull and kind of.
Gross.
So that's +5 hit points for if you decide to take them.
I do decide to take him.
Okay.
I think no one's in a position to be turning away HP. Except for me. I'm fine.
Oh, so we all just add 5 if we eat those?
If you eat them, yeah, they only last for a day. So, eat them.
No time like a
Munch up.
Not much, but better than nothing. And I would like to, as Zig is kind of getting picked up and getting his throat massaged to get berries down there. I'd like to walk over to the chicken.
Eat it.
I'd like to pick up the chicken, lay it across my hands and like that.
Well, apparently it's
This is broken.
confetti. So
Yeah, there's little scraps of chicken.
Oh, it's
It's
scraps. So it's
disintegrated.
not okay.
You have to go picking it up like a pop balloon.
Can I put any of it back together with mending? Or at least put the 2 largest
interesting.
pieces back together, or kind of combine them.
Oh,
I'd like to, even if this is a project that I have to work
Oh,
on to
man.
combine this back together after
what a
casting this a couple
chicken
times.
centipede of a chicken that would be if you just
Maybe
got
it doesn't work, but at least get something that I can hand him.
Like a voodoo doll chicken
so-
now.
You pick up the pieces and it's in pretty bad shape, but you spend maybe 10 minutes piecing parts of it together, and you see that you are making progress, but this is probably going to be a multi-day effort. Maybe you can work on it at night as you're making camp. You think you can eventually get it back together. There might be chunks missing. You're not really sure if you got all the pieces, but you think you can get it back to something resembling a chip.
All right, I'm going to. I know the cat's already kind of out of the bag with it, but in game, I'm going to try to keep this as a side project that.
You could have mended that bird back together,
Yeah, so much for her.
the one back at Camp Righteous.
The live bird got no such respect.
Seriously.
Hey, who's to say that the magical Mr. Squeaks is not, or Dr. Squeaks is not alive?
That would be great if he was like, yeah, I finished it, put it back together, and all I could do was be like, kill me! Kill me!
Existence is pain.
Every second is unimaginable pain.
Oh boy.
All right, so you guys are you're on the cliffs overlooking Omu.
Yeah, we are.
What the fuck was that?
So I'd like to let everybody know, say it invited us in.
That seems pretty bad.
Yeah.
I think it's best to collect ourselves and then find a maybe safer than 100-foot cliff way in.
What way is safer? If the entire ring is surrounded by those gargoyles.
There are steps.
Far southwest, we'd have to go.
Yeah, are they surrounded by gargoyles? Because
yeah, we've already cleared the gargoyles from this spot.
I can't imagine the reception would be welcomer from a different spot. It seems like
Can we take a short rest?
Oh, we should take as long a rest as we can.
I need a short
You guys are busted. You guys are very bad.
Yeah, let's regroup, kind of take a little short break here, maybe.
Turna needs some time to bury her fellow redshirts.
Yeah.
And maybe we can do a bio break as we are short resting.
Well, what I would love to do before the bio break is if we could kind of figure out the plan for you guys. That way, during the bio break, I can be prepping a little bit extra.
Okay.
Yeah. Long rest.
I'm okay if you guys want to go off the cliff. I'm okay with trying the cliff again. But I would put my vote in for looking for stairs.
I'm gonna go down the stairs. I'm gonna go down the stairs.
But I will go down the cliff.
It sounds like the stairs on the southwest side.
I would vote for cliff where we already took out the gargoyles.
Yeah, that's a long circumvention, and we have no idea what's in the surrounding jungles or where any of these 9 puzzle cubes are. So
my concern is that we woke gargoyles from fairly far away when we tried it the first time. Who's to say that if we try to go down again, we don't just wake up the next set of them that are a little farther away and they attack us when we're halfway down?
Well, that's why I'm saying we should go down exactly where we tried to go down before. So
I'm still
because
that.
Well, no, but if that was the case, then more gargoyles would have come at us last time. But only those 2 saw us.
Right now.
I'm with you, Andy.
I'm all right trying the cliff, but my vote is.
All right.
My vote is the stairs because I think that.
Okay, we got 2 stairs.
We're trying to come in through the back.
I think we have 3 stairs. I think
3 stairs. Andrew, your stairs as well.
You asking me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're the deciding vote.
Yeah. So I'm willing to take the long way around Dodge to go find stairs.
Can we ask Turn if she knows anything about this area?
We already.
She doesn't.
We already
Yeah, she doesn't. So Turna is not a local. She's one of the soldiers. She's never been here. She's never been anywhere close to here. She's pretty broken up. She's like,
now's not a good time.
We can ask her if she wants to vote.
Where do you think we are on this map?
She's pretty angry. She's kind of sobbing, kind of over the corpses of Grovek and Go, who she kind of pulled them together. She's kind of talking about we should bury them, but then she's also kind of she's alternating between sobbing and kind of pacing back and forth with anger.
Yeah, I guess the other thing is if we were invited in, maybe the gargoyles wouldn't attack us this time.
That's very true.
Well, you know how you don't get invited in is by trying to go down the back side of the cliff. You just go into the front door to get invited
Right,
in.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Can we see gargoyles from where we are right now? On the edge of the cliff?
Yeah. So if you get closer to the edge, you can look around and you can see that basically as far as you can see in any direction, because keep in mind, you can't see all the way around this perimeter of this map. But pretty much all along, you can see gargoyles kind of intermittently placed. They start to get pretty small in the distance.
Where's the closest one to us?
There's no more within maybe 100 feet. They're pretty far. Maybe more than 100 feet.
I'm good with whatever the group. I think we decided on stairs, so let's go stairs.
3-2 stairs. That's a good part of having a 5-person party. Because we don't get locked in.
And we should
deadlock.
break these fucking statues on the way over there.
Well, that might wake them up.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Can we work? Can we say like as we're working over there, we're working cautiously and just trying to take count how many gargoyles we see and just try to make sure that we are trying to be as cautious as possible as we navigate around to. Like we're not just trouncing through. We're aware of the dangers and are trying to be a little bit more cautious in our way over.
I think we'd like to try to, quote unquote, short rest first, and then work our way carefully around. Like Nick said, at a safe distance, quietly.
So you guys can take a 30 minutes. I think Jason's gonna help Turna dig a grave for her 2 companions. You guys can get a brief
rude
rest
bastards.
before you
Can't Roland just like mold earth and do that?
No, it's molding, not catering.
I don't have mold earth at the moment. I will, however, create a nice little bonfire.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. That'll alert our enemies to their.
Look at that roll! Fantastic.
Okay. So should we take a 10-minute bio break?
Sounds good.
We restart.
Sounds good.
Right.
Boom.
I thought you were warning us last week. It turns out you had planned to warn us fully, like immediately this week. Like how fucked we were.
You got a little taste.
Little taste, little smidge, little smidgen.
Recto did not want to flee that fight, by the way. I'm just saying.
I'm hoping that this town is littered with magical weapons. Just chock-a-block with magic weapons.
Dude, these hit dice. Take them. Back to 1 point off. All right, I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit that hit dice.
And you get a plus D6.
Yeah, on the first one.
Oh, that's right. And take one back.
There you go. We'll probably be able to get a long rest on the way around the city, as big as it is. Get in that hut.
Maybe. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, of course, Meryl was like, "Oh, I would have fought him." Like, Hiller's rolled a 20 and missed. What do you think you're gonna do?
Time to leave. Yeah, your fist ain't gonna do shit. I mean, the only thing I could have even thought to do was maybe take something off him and run away with that. You know what I mean? Like, not even fight him, just like grab it and go. You know what I mean?
I'm sure he would have just allowed that to.
Yeah, Troy wouldn't have let that happen. But I mean, you know, if it was like a ring or a hat or something, maybe I could have broken it. I don't know. Are you really playing the Division right now?
We have 10 minutes.
You're not even gonna be able to barely log in and like check your mail.
That's all I'm doing is I'm checking my stuff.
All right.
All right.
Be right back.
I'm gonna go grab another beverage at the bathroom.
think we need to consider this encounter a gift, right? Because it gave us a fair insight into what he does and how he does it.
Well, we got him spend a lot of spells.
Well, yeah, but he might have just God knows how many spell slots. You know what I mean?
Right. I know what you mean.
So it's like, but we we got a sense to his AC against an attack. It's over 20. You know, we know his spells are plus 15. We know some of the spells that he can throw at us. So we could maybe, if we had a choice of things to arm ourselves with, might be better prepared for some of those things. So I mean, it was a good tactical insight for 4 years down the line. Maybe highlight this screen, Meryl,
Yeah.
so we remember what the hell he does.
Everything.
Wait, what he doesn't do. He doesn't catch spells against me.
Yeah, that counter spell was well thought of, and will need to be hoarded like a motherfucker for when we're actually up against something like that. You know, for something that's really, truly god awful, like he turns one of us against the other ones, that kind of thing. You know.
We gotta get you a bow or something, Jason. Something
What
where
would
you
a
can.
bow have done? He was obviously immune to physical
You
attacks.
could attack from range. I mean, nobody. No, he wasn't immune. Just nobody hit a high enough number.
Attacks just, it was over 20.
Yeah, it's over 20. It doesn't mean he's immune.
Are we all good?
I guess we can get me a bow. Yeah.
We gotta get you something to attack from range because
Wouldn't hurt. Wouldn't hurt. Like
You've
a
been-
wand or something would be nice.
Heavy bow would be okay, right?
the problem is a bow is dex based. How are you on dex?
It's not terrible actually, but not great.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
Dinosaur bones.
I have a 2 modifier on dex.
That's fine.
14.
I mean, it's better than throwing a rock. You know, I mean, it's something.
That's what
So-
I was up to last time, looking for rocks on the ground. like
Of course,
a caveman.
chances of us finding a bow in an undead city, a
God
usable
knows what we're
bow.
gonna find out here, man. There's 9 puzzle cubes. I'm hoping this place is chock-a-block with magical weapons.
I'm sure they'll just fall into our lap.
Yep, just from everywhere. Just from every wayside inn and church and body house.
Are we all back?
I can't wait to kill that asshole.
God, he messed us up something good. we didn't even... Nothing went right. Not a thing.
Could have destroyed that cube right away.
Well, how would we have known? I mean, we've been carrying that thing around.
And these
as,
are
like,
things we
something
gotta
that
start
helps us.
thinking of, man. We can't just say, "Oh, there's a thing, hit it."
Well,
we
no,
gotta
because
start.
here's what's gonna happen next. We're gonna find something that helps us, and then someone's gonna go, "It's a trap," and then we won't think.
Kill it with fire. Yeah.
Hey, I feel like that one
would
was
make me so happy if you guys start on the things that are evil and start destroying the things that would have been really
Destroying helpful
Yeah.
things. God's sake. All right. Well, anyway, the party seems fairly well rested. I'd like to. No, wait. Is everyone even back? Are we even?
I feel like that wasn't 10 minutes, but I'm good to go whenever everyone's
Andy
here.
back?
It was 8 minutes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Right, it was not.
I must-
I don't know if Andy's back. Did everybody do their short rest stuff while we were on
I had
break?
nothing to do except get my superiority die back.
Okay, so if anybody's gonna spend hit dice, for example.
I did. I spent a lot of hit dice.
So many. Well, hopefully this hut will come in handy for us soon, and we can start getting those back.
Okay. And it's probably about midday now. Probably shortly after noon.
We're past brunch and we're into midday now. We're into lunchtime.
Yeah, I mean, depends when you eat brunch, right?
Yeah, and I'd submit my daily schedule on a Sunday that I don't have anything to do to any GM that says you can't long rest twice in a day. I
You
can't.
So,
I
so
can't.
the rule is you benefit from a long rest more than
Okay, well that's true. I never did benefit from it.
I could have
Long
used
rests.
2 long rests today.
three times a day.
Yeah, actually, when's the last time you action surged, Hillers? In real life.
The last session.
No, I mean in real life.
Oh, this afternoon, I want to say.
Well, yeah. And what was that like? Oh, wait, never mind. I don't want to know. Yikes.
Finally caught the growth.
That took a turn.
Yeah. It was your fault. I wasn't gonna go there.
Yeah.
But you just tossed it up.
Okay, so you guys are you're in better shape health wise. You're not too bad off right now.
It would be hard to be worse.
God.
I'm already starting to form my next character.
That's good. You should.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
No worries. So I think we've got everybody back. So you guys spend
Look at loose.
so you guys spend a couple of hours carefully navigating counterclockwise around the perimeter of Omu, making sure to stay within the tree line, not against the cliff edge, but also close enough to the tree line so you can keep your eye on the edge, and specifically on the statues and the gargoyles. You make your way around, and the entire way you're able to see gargoyles every few hundred feet, and none of them move. They all seem, again, they're facing inward towards the city of Omu. None of them move. None of them make any sort of noise or motion. Late after, mid-afternoon, I would say, you arrive at a expansive staircase that's in reasonably good shape, although quite obviously old and ancient. It must have been a really impressive architectural feat for its time. The staircase is a couple 100 feet wide. Right, it's
Jesus.
huge by comparison to the cities that you've seen elsewhere, and of course it travels down the entire 100-foot distance from the surrounding land down to the sunken floor of the city of Omu. You start to navigate your way down those steps, and about
Those steps look worn.
Well, they look quite worn. They're quite old. Are you asking more? Have there been
More like
traffic,
recent travel worn.
Go ahead and make a survival check.
Because whatever used them is gonna kill you.
You can see that there's been some kind of recent traffic. It's not covered in kind of completely covered in dirt and dust the way you would expect, but you can't really tell how recently, but they do appear to get some use still.
I would recommend that if we are trying to descend these stairs, that we stay like hugged to one corner, one side staircase. We're not all walking down in the middle of something like this.
Yeah,
I love hugs.
Sure.
So the group of you kind of go off to one edge, close to kind of the cliffside edge, and you look precariously at the gargoyle perched over top of that cliff edge, looking down into upon the steps in the city. As you walk,
I would have picked up a large rock on the way over.
As you walk slowly down the steps, you glance up a few more times at the gargoyle, and recto roll perception.
Okay.
Okay. About at one point, you look up at the gargoyle. A few steps later, you look back up and you feel like the gargoyle, its head might have moved, like it's looking in a different direction now than when you first looked. But as you continue walking down the steps, it doesn't move further. About halfway down the steps, you find some a bit of a long, large ledge, and there's what appears to be a guardhouse on this ledge. You believe that it's a guardhouse because you see that you don't you don't see guards, but you do see
Because of
arrow
all the
slits
guards.
in the limestone walls that you associate with guardhouses of
Right.
cities where you've come from. You also see a lopsided iron portcullis, which is hanging over the gateway, and then beyond that you see an open plaza.
Okay. I said we just keep walking through.
Do we want to check the guardhouse, see what's in there?
Well, I don't know. Does Jason want to loot the guardhouse?
Jason doesn't want to touch a damn thing.
Okay.
So
Might be a
there's
magical
gateway.
weapon in there.
We have to
yeah.
we have to find these things. Like we need to.
I'm a little bit gun shy after having been exploded by the last mystical thing I touched.
So I mean, we've got to find what is it? 9 what? What are they called?
Puzzle cubes.
Puzzle cubes. Maybe one's in the guardhouse.
And he mentioned that they were in the shrines of the false gods of Omu.
Oh, so whatever shrines they used to worship in Omu, the 9 gods of the Omu that Sheza and what's her face wanted us to defend or resurrect or
Gaz and
remember.
Baza.
They all have shrines in the city. There should be a puzzle cube in each of those, presumably.
And those are the puzzles we need to solve to get the cubes.
So at least we know when it's puzzle time, but it's always trap time, so I still don't want to touch anything.
But there might be a crossbow in there.
All right, well, let's have you go in and poke around at it and see if there is a crossbow. That's a great idea, and I support you touching all the stuff inside.
Okay. So we're at this guardhouse right now.
Yeah, so you can imagine it more like there's a large gate with a gateway, and it's this gate is attached to a guardhouse. There is a smaller entrance to the guardhouse proper, off to your left, and then the gateway itself is where the what appears to be the ancient broken road of main road of Omu travels through this gate, which is quite large. Would have been large enough to fit multiple lanes of cart traffic coming in and out of the gate at once.
Are we talking like here?
Portcullis hanging over. No, we're still talking up here. So again, the map isn't exactly representative of what
Okay.
it looks
Okay.
like, but it's in that area.
All right. Are you guys okay
so-
with me checking this out? Or do you guys want to just move on?
Yeah,
The
I'm
main
good.
obvious things to do are to go through the gateway or go directly into the guardhouse, or you can look around to do something else. But those are like the obvious.
Thanks. That's helpful.
Yeah, I would say let's work our way in the direct into the guardhouse. I would say carefully, spread out, tactically.
Okay. So are you guys approaching the guardhouse entrance?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So you start to approach the guardhouse entrance, and you see this. There's a door. It's a regular, normal sized door.
Which one is
And
open?
you don't know yet. And it appears to be. It's not an
Garage
ancient
never
door.
really died.
It doesn't look like a new door necessarily, but for a city that is supposed to be have fallen generations ago, this door itself appears to have been maintained to some degree. It is currently closed.
Okay. Any ideas, guys?
Just knock on the door.
Do you like to knock on the door?
Is the door closed? You have to knock on it to open it up.
So are you casting knock?
So
Or
are you knocking on the door?
Yeah, I'll just go and knock on the door.
On
Okay.
heaven's
So Squawk,
door.
you walk up and knock.
Yeah.
And okay.
Okay.
So
Oh, Troy's bringing up a map.
so
Roll for initiative. You're fighting a door.
So Squawk, go ahead and roll perception.
You should really just have a perception on hotkey like that. Perception.
You perceive that was a dumb choice.
So what I recommend is actually keep your character sheet up. If you double click on the character sheet header, it'll minimize it. That way it gets out of your way. And so just always keep it so you're not
Very
closing
cool.
it.
Oh, good tip for everybody.
Wait, what?
there's-
Repeat that.
So if you double click on kind of your name on your character sheet at the very top of the window,
Yep.
it'll make it small and kind of transparent, so you can kind of just move it out
And
of the
then
way.
you can just blast it back into effect whenever you need it.
Yeah, and
Oh,
you can
I
click it
have
again
mine
to make
as
it bigger.
an external sheet. Let's see if
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, I've got a
The other-
second window or second
So
monitor.
the other thing that's a new feature of Roll20, which I'm loving, is if you Alt double click on a token.
I somehow just put a giant me on the map.
Yeah,
there,
I see
sorry.
that. I'm gonna remove that.
I have no fucking. I'm double
What
clicking
are
on
you
shit,
doing?
and all of a sudden I'm dragging huge me's over.
Ah!
So if you hold
Alt double click what?
if you hold Alt and double click on a token, it'll bring up the character.
He
sheet
casts
of that
giant
token
rolling.
immediately.
He stomps over Omu and kills everything.
Crunch,
yeah.
crunch, says Giant
So
Roll.
those are two easy ways to get to your character sheet.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Those are cool. Thanks.
Great tips, thank you.
So did you roll your? Okay, so yeah, you don't hear anything.
Okay. I say hello, and I try to reach for the door and open it.
Okay, well, you can definitely reach for the door. You don't have to
Okay,
try.
I can reach for the door and open
So
it.
you can reach for the door and try to open it. It does appear to be unlocked. So you kind of open it and it swings open slowly.
Is it dark in there?
It's not terribly dark because what you see is that on the other side you see most of the guardhouse has collapsed into rubble. So while kind of the exterior that you were approaching from is still standing, the inside of the building is not and appears to be in bad shape. You see creepers clinging to the walls. You see high grass sprouting between the flagstones that once made up the floor. You see some kind of rotted and essentially petrified wood that maybe came from a campfire long ago. You see the walls, which long ago might have had art. You're not sure, but more recently it appears that they were covered with graffiti over the last few generations.
MTV.
Any kind of graffiti in particular, like more specifically things related to the gods, the 9 gods that were, or the false gods that we're just asking about.
Sure. So go ahead and
roll
roll an
32.
investigation check.
It's just porno. Just rampant old god porno.
Mind always goes to porno.
How many?
Well, when you're talking about
there's
graffiti
a
on
lot
an
of
ancient
graffiti.
temple.
Squawk. How many things you want to pull out in particular?
I just want to get like a general idea, like what I'm keywords of just like things about any of the 9 gods, anything anything about the 9 gods, or anything about Alterarak, whatever his name is.
Esararak.
Esararak.
Okay, so you see a few. So you spend about 5 minutes kind of looking it over. Most of the graffiti is written in common, so you're able to read it. Some others are in other languages. Of the ones that you can read, a few stick out to you.
Okay.
One
Literally.
one that kind of falls back to something that you've heard Jason say. You see one that says, "Fear the fangs of Rosnasi." You see another one. It says, "Eric, I've gone in search of the 9 shrines," and it's signed by somebody named V.
Oh,
Is
B's
Eric spelled
not-
with an E or an A?
Valindra? Wasn't there a
Eric is
Valindra?
E-R-I.
Okay. Okay.
2 E's, double C, and an H.
Okay.
You see another
Eric
one.
Trump?
Yeah.
Another one that says
Don't. Just stop
Kubazan
it. This is
is
D&D.
brave. Yeah. You see another one that says Kubazan is bravery. Ugambi is wisdom. Moa is question mark.
Oh, wait, hold on.
There
We
we
should
go.
make note of that one.
What was it? Notes. Take the notes.
Thanks, tight.
I'll post this one as time.
Pull up the note. Pull up the Evernote, folks.
Everybody's got the notes. One more time there, Troy.
I'm posting it as
Shigambi. That's my boy.
you see 2 more. One that says, "Who's Unk?" UNKH.
That's what they call Rocky in Creed.
Yep.
Punk.
And then the last one that you really notice that's written quite large. It says, "All hail the King of Feathers."
That's my kind of god. All hail the King of Feathers. Okay. You guys said someone write that down. Someone that's better at taking notes than I am because
Anyone?
yeah.
Being as how you're not taking notes.
I know, and it's Eric. Eric V is saying, "Hey Eric, I went to search for the 9 shrines." V.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then as I'm looking into the gatehouse, like, can I now see into Omu now, like as a city? Like, is it open up into the city?
Yes. So you look past, as you walk past the other side, you can see the kind of gateway leading along the road, and through the gatehouse itself, you can see down the trail into the city proper, and yeah, you see the city stretch out before you. You see, you can't quite see the large pool of lava over there. That's a little bit hidden from you, but you see a massive city extending out, and far in the distance, you can see very small the waterfall.
Okay. And then one last thing about the pieces of graffiti is how fresh is it?
So let's go ahead and do a
Lick it, that'll tell
history
you.
check.
Did you say something, Troy?
Yeah, I was saying do a history check.
Okay. Sorry, you cut out there. That's why I was.
Okay.
Ooh, do I get advantage on that roll?
You feel like it's relatively recent. You see, it's definitely been over the course of years. But most of this graffiti looks to have you can see older graffiti that is weathered and you can't even read anymore. But the graffiti that it's been layer upon layer over tens of years. The graffiti that you're now seeing, you feel like has happened over the last 5 years at the max.
Okay. I want to keep working my way through the guardhouse. Like if I have to like walk out the rubble doors and.
Okay.
As he goes in, I'm going to kind of follow him, a few feet behind.
Is everybody going in?
Yeah, I'd like to go in. I'd like to look around.
I'm gonna hang outside.
Okay.
I'll also hang out with Sigmundo if he's staying outside.
Okay. So you guys kind of look around. The guardhouse itself doesn't. There's no furniture left. It is completely ruined. Again, most of the building has actually caved in.
No weapons on the ground or anything.
It's just there's a
Magical weapons?
bow floating on a golden pedestal.
Damn it! How did I miss that?
No, you don't see any weapons on the ground. You let's see.
You know what, Troy? That's the one thing. That's what you get to take back. Next time you say something like that is gonna happen. No take back to Dungeons and Dragons.
That's my one.
You're one.
So the question needs to be:
here's
how
the thing
many
is-
magical weapons do we see?
Here's the thing. I can still put a magical bow floating on a golden stand.
Well, the next joke he's going to make is, oh, you came across a bomb and it exploded for 80 damage. You're all dead.
I'd be like, here's the
Oh, wait,
joke
I
I'm
can't
at
take it back.
Cursed as fuck. You go right to Rock's bedroom, and he's mad.
Welcome to your first cursed weapon.
Right?
Yeah.
Minus 12 strength.
The bow of weakness cannot be discarded.
So you make your way through. So Recto, actually, I think you were the one asking if you could find weapons.
Yeah, I mean, being a guardhouse, maybe there's some daggers or just basic stuff. Right?
Mace.
Go ahead and roll an
Investigation.
check.
Okay. Get a new mace.
Yeah, you don't find any weapons, and even though you don't feel like you rushed through it and don't feel like you spent a ton of time on it, there weren't a lot of places for there to be weapons at this point.
No papers anywhere or anything like that.
Definitely no papers, no
Okay.
desks, no furniture.
Okay. In purposes of exploring the city, if we want to go like room by building by building, can we assume that this map is accurate for exploring buildings?
No. You should assume that the map is kind of representative.
Okay.
So it's not like
Every
imagine
house is a real house.
it's an artistic representation. It's not a Google map.
This wasn't what Anthony was trying to do with his Venetian city. If you remember
So we
that.
can't say like we're gonna explore this building. Like
You can say you want to explore like an area, but
Okay.
like I wouldn't think about it in terms of building by
okay,
building.
that's okay. That's right. That's right. Okay. Well, I'd say we just start
Um,
exploring the city as we walk in, like just kind of block by block.
Yeah, I would think, given our information, we should look for anything that looks temple-ish, a little more extravagant than other buildings. Wide entrances, big doors.
Real quick, that graffiti, is there any symbols on there?
Any symbols.
Ciphers,
You s-
secret codes.
You see
invisible ones.
you see a few kind of actually go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Symbol of a penis on there.
So
Always
there's a
the
big
porn
dick
with
button.
you, girl.
You see a few squiggles and a few squares.
So
Can
I
I,
have a-
real quick? I'd like to just take note and write down the prominent squares and squiggles, in case we encounter these symbols again within the city.
yeah, in terms of what like in a game mechanic in like this, like I was looking at the graffiti to investigate it and see what it is. Like, would I not have seen the squiggles and like noted that as well, or like, what is the difference between what Andy did and what I did, and why didn't I see what Andy saw?
Because you
For-
specifically asked to say what graffiti kind of pertains to.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay,
Birds don't have penises.
that's
Mm.
perfectly
Mhm.
perfectly fair. Okay.
That makes sense.
You didn't get it.
It checks out.
Your cloaca didn't match what he was seeing.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
So you guys are heading deeper into the city.
yeah, I want to keep on the
Sure.
lookout for the graffiti and seeing any kind of like keynotes that we can pick up on, any kind of potential clues as we're looking through the city.
Okay. So you continue heading down the hill, and the steps now have ended, and it's you can still see there are remnants of the flagstone that was once creating the street and pathways through here. But
Can we
nature
can,
is mostly reclaimed this.
can we do a just like a do we want to do a stealth check just so we're
I'll check. Yeah.
rolling through here as quietly and tactically as possible?
I would agree. Thank you.
Is that something we can do?
Of course, you can try to stealth. So
You
go
can
ahead
always,
and
you
do
can
a-
always try to do things. Not bad.
We are missing.
Squawk.
Hiller's your disadvantage, by the way.
Why so?
You gotta roll again. Heavy armor.
Oh, okay. Get ready for me to fuck this up on the second. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Damn it!
All right.
Wasted a crit on a disadvantage stealth roll.
You guys feel like you're being reasonably quiet post knock. You go through.
Yeah, having already announced our presence, we are now quiet.
As you kind of go past, from rubble to rubble, kind of peering around corners.
On the double.
As you make your way deeper. So you're heading down the hill. Squawk, go ahead and roll perception. You feel like you've noticed some sort of movement to your left up the hill. As you look, you see that there is a path. It's very light, very narrow, too narrow for say you to travel with. It doesn't look like a path that a human would make, and it leads up to what looks, as you stare at it, you realize is some sort of cave entrance in the side of the cliff, to your guys' left as you're walking down the hill, and you feel like, out of the corner of your eye you saw some sort of movement there, but when you look up there, you don't see anything.
How far away is that?
The entrance to the cave is maybe 300 feet away right now.
300 feet
It's a-
away.
it's a ways.
And is it wide open to get to that, or do we have to go through alleys to get to where the cave is? If we were to go investigate.
There's some rubble between you and there. There's no large buildings, but tall grass and a little bit of rubble from what were probably buildings once upon a time that are no longer
Alright.
there.
I look
You
over
can
there.
see
and
up there.
Okay. I look into it. Right there. There's. I think I saw something in that cave up there.
Okay.
What cave?
Up where?
And I point to the cave.
Okay. If you could spend like a minute kind of following Squawk's finger.
Well, it's 300 feet
you
away.
can-
That's not. I mean, you should be able to see across that. I mean, it's
Well,
100 yards.
it's a talon though. It's all curvy. Hard to know.
It's down on the ground. So my claws, I'm pointing like this.
Well, the cave entrance itself is pretty well hidden. It's not a very clear, open black hole. It's you can see kind of by the way the shadow is being cast. You're like, there's some sort of alcove there,
Okay.
but it's actually pretty tough to know.
Do we want to go check it out?
I gotta think anything living in a cave here
I
probably
think it's
isn't.
best to stay on the path.
I would say it's probably not an undead thing. I think it's something
If
else.
If it's not attacking us and it's not a temple, let's not concern ourselves.
Maybe it's something that could help us. Maybe it's something with knowledge of the area.
Maybe everything in this city is something that can help us, but I'm guessing the likelihood is probably not.
All right. Well, I would vote we go investigate.
Squawk does not want to go into a cave. He does not like confined areas.
I think Roland would be intrigued by the idea of talking to a new animal. So I think I would actually vote investigate.
Sigmunda, you were like the Anthony Kennedy of this party. You were the swing justice on all our votes. here.
Because I really like to hear everyone's opinion before I win.
Where are you on this one?
I think we should investigate because potential danger intrigues me.
You got that wand, and you haven't wanded a thing yet. So
That's not true. I did. I turned myself small.
He did?
Oh, that's right. Are you still small?
No, it ends at the end of
Like a minute or something, right?
Okay, I was gonna say, are we still carrying you around like in my pocket?
My God, that would have been an epic. Wouldn't
Oh
it?
yeah.
What do you think, little guy?
He's down. Put him in your pocket.
Adventure is great.
I love adventure.
Wow.
This is
All
what
right.
we're doing in the cupboard.
So it sounds like you're heading up the path, up the narrow
Let's-
path
Yeah, let's
towards
check
the
it out.
cave.
Mhm.
Okay, still stealthing, I assume.
As stealthy as we ever were.
Whispering, talking very quietly.
Knocking on things.
Not knocking on things.
Quietly
But I would like to
petting my
sunbolt
pocket
something every 10 feet. I'm kidding. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
You better say it, kidding. That's what you usually do.
So I don't get lost.
So you follow.
This was my elevator. This is my hotel room.
You follow the path until you're maybe 50 feet away from the cave, and as you look, you can see that the cave is a relatively shallow cave, and there are clear signs even from this distance of some, not just an animal, but something that was likely humanoid. You see evidence of bowls and wine skins. You see a little bit of cloth that might be clothing or tapestries. You're not sure from this distance. You see just the kind of evidence that means humanoid to you, even though the trail itself doesn't appear to have been something that a humanoid would make.
How recent does it appear? The trail. And Diaspora, the signs.
The trail itself appears to be well used, but again quite narrow. The cave itself, you can't tell from this distance how recently the stuff was added. It doesn't appear to be ancient, but was it something used today versus a year ago? That you can't tell from here.
How far are we outside the cave right now? Or how close are we to it?
50 feet. You're about 50 feet.
Keep going.
I'm starting to not like this.
Ah!
The more this is looking like not an animal to Roland. the more slowly he's going, and the more kind of apprehensive
looking for
I get
animals.
about it.
You should have been more
Because
appreciative
it
of
sounds like it's not an animal. So
the chivalry shout out with a comment there.
Nah, but it's also not something undead. Like, it's something that requires...
Food.
I think the
Yeah,
idea is that
like it
I think it
requires
might be a golem.
survival. Wineskin for a golem, though? Like, I don't...
I think it's reasonable to expect any man or creature in and around this area, and to poke at every house and room on our way is to invite failure on ourselves.
Yeah, but this one was specifically called out by the... I think...
They'll all be specifically
Recto
called out,
keeps going towards the cave, and when I get kind of close enough, I'd like to very kind of quietly... Because this thing already noticed us, right? Did it notice us?
You don't
The
know.
idea is, yeah, I mean, we
You
don't
don't
know. I saw something move. It doesn't mean that it saw us. It doesn't mean that it didn't see us.
I'd like to proceed, guys, if that's okay.
So you're
I'm with
just
you.
gonna,
I'm with
are you
Recto.
just gonna keep walking until you get there, or?
So, like,
At
no.
least until we get- The vote was to get there.
I think
guess.
get a few feet out, and maybe stop and say, do we want to kind of talk to it from a few feet out and just say hello, really kind of quietly though, be like, hello, is anybody in there? Do we want to do that?
So you approach the cave, and by the time you get to the front of the cave, you can see that this cave itself maybe only goes back 10 feet. It's not a deep cave. It's more of an alcove, and you can see a little bit more clearly now that some of the cloth appears to be makeshift bedding for maybe half a dozen individuals.
Shit.
And you can see again dishes. The dishes that you could see from afar, you can now see more closely, have relatively recently been used. You can see the remnants of some food kind of stuck to inside those bowls. You see a few examples of kind of discarded armor, and a couple of stacks of
Could be the folks from
arrows.
Camp Vengeance.
Could be a
so-
lot of things.
So as you approach, so Squawk, do another perception check.
Could be the people we ran into at Temple.
Yeah, good.
Okay. So you
Well done.
you hear as you're approaching the rustling of the grass behind you, coming from multiple directions. Very gently, very softly.
Looking in the direction, that the way that it's coming from, does it look like? I mean, is it higher? Like, yes, I turned to the direction where the noises are coming from.
You can roll an investigation check. Try and see what it is.
Yes, that's. I need to learn that. That's how that.
No, you just tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you which rolls to do.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
fine.
Yeah,
No,
no, I'll
that's
do-
fine. Which is an investigation check this time.
Right.
You turn and you can't see what it is, but based upon the direction of the sound you heard, you can look out there and you can see that there are at least 3, but potentially more kind of gaps in the grass, like areas where it looks like there might be parts of the grass that are laid down that shouldn't be.
Okay. And how far back is that?
It's probably 30 to 40 feet from you right now. Pretty
Okay.
close.
Can I fly up like another 50 feet, or can I fly like kind of like up?
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
I won't fly up and just get a better bird's eye view, so to speak.
Okay, so you fly up 50 feet, and you look down, and you see a few different humanoid-looking individuals that are not quite human. You see, they're partially obscured in the grass, and they're slowly moving towards the party.
Do they look
and-
hostile? Do they look like they're looking at us, or that they're trying to ambush us? I guess is the question.
You know, in Jurassic Park, where you see velociraptors coming through the grass towards the clever girl guy.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's kind of what it
So
looks
that's
like.
what's happening in the grass right now, except very slowly.
All right, and how many different angles is it coming from?
As you look, you think you see about 5.
So it's 5 coming from one direction, or it's 5 total encompass surrounding us.
Kind of spread out, kind of like 5 lines in the grass moving towards them, and
Never
you
seen
see a few kind of glimpses of what looks like a human head, and then in other examples you see a few glimpses of what looks like a snake's tail.
Okay. Ooh, I really want to. All right. Get him. No, yeah. So I'm gonna fly back down and tell you guys there's some. Let's move up against. Let's move in closer to the cave. There, it looks like we're trying to get surrounded right now.
Is this the island of Dr. Moreau?
Okay.
Jason
you guys...
would like to post up in front of the cave and draw both weapons.
All right. What are the rest of you doing?
Oh, jeez.
I think we.
I'm gonna hide up next. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say I would form up behind Jason. I think.
I'd get behind Jason.
I'd like to also do a fun swish with either, spin them around. Either hand, the weapons.
I'll get actually next to Jason. I would urge Zig to get behind us.
But maybe also say we come in peace. We don't mean to.
How rhinoceros are you now rolling on a scale of 0 to 100?
See how I feel.
Okay.
I would like to say again, kind of quietly, but enough so that they can. I think they'll be able to hear me. Like, we're not looking for a fight. We come in peace. We're just here to investigate.
Okay.
By the way, I haven't been able to tell you where I'm standing. I'm standing very far outside.
Very far outside of the cave. Okay.
Not very far.
You're at the cave. You're still at the guardhouse, aren't you?
Yeah, that's exactly. In fact, I'm actually
Top the guardhouse.
I'm all the way in Thalmor, tucked snugly into the inn, many hundreds of thousands of miles away.
So Jason, Turna is side by side with you, and she's got her bow cocked next to you. Can everyone else remind me where you are in relation to? So Jason's in the mouth of the cave, kind of facing out towards the grass.
With like flying V formation behind Jason, are we thinking?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
I'll be next to him.
Roland, you're on the other side of Jason. Okay.
Yep.
Squawk, where are you at?
I'm gonna be above Jason.
Outside the cave?
In front of him, behind him,
Above him.
you can't
Like I know. Yes, I guess I'll be a little bit behind him, but I want to be like more. Like I'm 10 feet up in the air.
You can't
Well,
really be behind him because
I'm
that's
at the
cave,
mouth
but,
of
like,
a
he's in
shallow
the-
cave. Yeah.
Oh, are we in the cave?
Well,
Squawk's not in the cave. Squawk's not in the cave.
I'm at the very entrance of the cave, right?
So the
with
square
people
behind it
me.
would be in the
He's
cave.
in the equivalent of the doorway to the cave.
Right.
Okay, I am outside the cave above Jason then.
Okay, directly in front of him.
Just be high enough
Huge.
up, they won't be able to get to you.
Yeah, just behind him enough to the right, slightly to the right behind him.
In front of him.
You have to be in front of him if you want to fly. If you're
If you
anywhere
wanna
behind him, you're in a
fly,
cave.
You got to be out of the cave.
I am out of the cave. Yes.
So you are next to him or in front of him. Jesus
Why can't I
Christ!
get
I'll
to be-
take Jesus Christ! I'll step back and let him take my fucking spot. Can we get through this?
He
Oh
can't
my
not fly.
God.
What if we
I'm
learned
next
that
to
it's
next to Jason. Put him next to Jason. I'll be behind Squawk.
I'm like
Oh, he wants to
that's where I
fly.
am.
So, oh, you're next. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, and Zigmundo, are you in the cave?
I'm behind Jason.
Or
With
Jason
Jack-
can take a step forward and we all can be out of the cave.
Okay,
There you
all
go.
right.
Well,
I think
no,
I've got you. And Recto, you're flying
me
V.
being in the mouth of the cave is a
behind-
tactical
I'm with
decision.
Zig. I'm next to Zig in the back. Yeah.
Nobody wants to
Alright.
be in the cave.
Okay.
Nick tries to fly to the
Congratu-
roof of the cave 6 or 7 times.
Can I be on the corner
Congratulations, Squawk.
of the entry to the cave? Maybe there's like a little rock I could sit on, or
one
not
of the bowls
in
on your
not
head
in
like
the
a
cave,
helmet?
but not out of the cave either. Like, you know what I mean? Like kind of
Philosophically
cave
or
adjacent.
physically?
If I could. No, I'm kidding. I'm back with Sigmundo in the cave. So.
Jesus.
Okay. So as you call out,
We're all gonna die in this city. By the way, I'm just.
so you call out, announcing that you're here. Well, Rector, can you remind me what you say?
Basically said we're not looking for a fight. We don't it's not what we want. We're here to investigate Omu.
Okay. So you see, in response to this, you see a creature stand up out of the grass. It's about human height. And it has the body of a man, muscular man, shirtless, wearing kind of Omu garb around his waist, carrying what looks like a some sort of strange curved sword. But along his shoulders are these bright blue scales that extend up his scaled neck into a snake's head. And you see his tongue coming out, flickering, as he slowly inches toward you. And as he does so, and he's right in the center of the grass. He steps just a little bit out of the grass, not much, just a little bit.
How far away is he?
From you?
From Jason, we'll say.
From me. Yeah.
Jason, about 25 feet.
Yeah.
He says in common with a very heavy accent, "You are treading on Rasnasi's territory. Surrender. Come with me."
You're members of Rasnasi's army?
Yes.
I charge out and hit the guy.
I figured that's what answer was gonna be.
I can't be mad at him for that.
All right.
If he wants to just front like that, then here it comes. Both hands.
Initiative.
In a minute.
I feel like I should get a surprise round for that one because he thought he was negotiating.
Normally I would say yes. In this case,
Okay, fair enough.
there are
They are not surprised.
Hey, I'm only ever gonna make one or two sentences implores to the DM and then just give it up as a bad cause and go stab things. So
here's what I'll let you do if you want. I'll let you start combat like right next. You got up there. You just rushed in, and then we roll initiative from there.
well, it kind of depends on the initiative roll if I do.
Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna make you choose now.
Yes, I want
Okay.
that.
Okay.
That is in character. That is RP. That is.
All right. So now we can all roll initiative.
Oh, good. My token's here. Click on that. And
Okay,
then...
first I make my token giant. Fuck. It's not very good.
He doesn't look so tough, guys. We can take him. I do like the flying V there, Troy. That's pretty good.
I tried to do it.
Especially considering all the various iterations of it.
Which way does the cave open?
Does the cave open outward or inward?
So as you rush towards this creature, he shouts a guttural scream. No words that you recognize, but in his snake tongue, he shouts something, and all of a sudden you see four others stand up from the grass. One of these has the body of a human female and the upper torso of a human female, and then the long snake tail of a gigantic snake. Two others, there's another that looks very similar to the man that was just talking to you, and then there's two others that are human on the torso and the top and the bottom, and they do not carry weapons. Instead, they have snakes for arms with little mouths at the end where their hands would be.
That's fucked up. That's the least useful freak to be.
I'll see, right?
We'll see. In combat, it might be quite useful.
In combat, it's probably the most useful, but in every other circumstance.
All right.
So, Troy, before you get started, I wonder, like, we kind of talked about it at the end last time, but I think some of us have abilities now to where if we get attacked, we can take a reaction to maybe give disadvantage or something like that. So I don't know if there's a way you can not attack with advantage.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
From your...
That is a good point.
Because otherwise we can see whether it's worth it to use the ability or not.
Sure. Yep.
Which I'm okay with, I guess, but you might not want that.
Right. Let me see how easily I can turn that off or turn it off.
Wow, that was a very meta "Hey teacher" moment right there.
Yeah, but that's a lot more fun on what that decision is.
No, he did it right. I'm not even complaining, but he's just like, not just
Yeah.
now, but for all times.
Well, we talked about it at the end of last session too, but it was really late, and we were trying to get.
No, like I
signed
said,
off.
it's not even a complaint.
Yeah.
Just
Okay. I think we maybe more. Here.
I
Wow.
love that.
Sorry, I'm hungry.
Facts.
Apparently, one of them is a wolf.
Several.
Or is
Several of
that?
them.
That's just Roland, probably.
It's probably me.
Yeah,
So mad. I've been waiting so long to kill a snake guy.
you have.
All right.
It's been forever.
All right, Roland. You're up.
Cut the head off the snake. Sever it.
I am going to. Sorry, I wasn't ready to go here.
Your initiative says otherwise.
I have a
So
ruler
you're
up.
50 feet.
I'll fly down to 15 feet.
Okay, I want to
That's
see
very
how
good,
this
sir.
works, and I want to see how the first turn ends up. So, here's what I'm going to do.
You can hold an action.
Yeah.
You can do an if-then statement to hold an action.
They
Oh,
launched a
we
new
have
ruler thing like today.
Oh, snap to center, show to others.
Okay, I'm gonna transform into a rhinoceros.
Yeah,
Of
Rhinoland
course.
comes back.
Okay. All right.
The snake's arch enemy.
Pretty much anything that can get smushed, arch enemy.
Yikes! Look at that thing.
Can you be smushed? That's your arch enemy right there. Can we rename him the Rhinoland?
You are flammable and have legs. You are never blocking a fire exit.
Right.
And I would like to charge at him.
Does transforming, is that an action or a bonus action?
It is a bonus action as a moon druid.
Got it. Yep. All right. And you're charging which one?
I will charge in. I'll draw some fire. I'll charge in on this one.
Which one looks most stompable?
So if I get 20 feet straight, hit with a gore in the same turn, it takes an extra 2d8 bludgeoning, and it's got a DC. So let me roll for the gore.
Yeah.
Roll for gore. Al Gore.
Thought I had that created.
This snake man is about to face an inconvenient truth.
Yes. Good.
That
Good pun.
hits, actually.
Yes.
Okay, so then I
Yeah.
do 2d8 bludgeoning, and it has to do a DC 15 strength saving, or it's knocked prone. But
Okay,
it
so
takes
go ahead and do your roll, and it's a strength save.
It is a strength to 15.
It saves.
Bleh. So it gets an extra 3 damage, but it's not knocked prone.
Okay.
That's gonna be it.
Squawk.
I'm going to viciously mock the one that Jason is encountering.
Yep.
Good luck.
It can understand insults, I think. So we got that one
It
covered.
need not understand me. It just can.
These have intelligence to be insulted.
Need it not?
Where is this?
It need not.
How did I roll a 1? Oh, so I thought I had a plus modifier on it. Okay.
Let me show you how all day.
All right, it's saved.
25% chance to roll a 1. So
And I'm
These
going
rolls,
to. I thought it was
Jesus.
a roll. I thought I had a plus modifier.
Not
on it.
tonight, it isn't.
And I'm going
So
to
you-
use the bardic inspiration on Jason
Okay.
as my bonus action, and that'll end my turn.
What do you do? What's your bardic inspiration?
Scanlan style.
What was that?
He was asking how you inspired me.
No, I want to hear what Troy. I want to say what Troy said.
I said Scanlan style. Scanlan's a bard
man.
in Critical Role that
Okay.
sings to people when he gives them inspiration.
Yeah, I need to work on my. It's TBD.
All right.
What? That's not very inspiring to me.
I know.
I am fucking inspired by that one. I gotta tell you, I am ready to go.
To be determined. Yeah, like your death is.
In the early games of Critical One, I think Matt Mercer eventually stopped doing it, but for a while he was up leveling or down leveling the dice that the like, because I think your bardic inspiration is probably what, like D8 or something.
Yes.
Now?
Depending on how
So-
good the person did.
Depending on like how good your inspiration thing was, he'd be like, "That's a D6, or that's a T12. That's fucking phenomenal."
Yeah, right.
Okay, I think I like that idea. But okay.
I'll give you a D8 this time.
Yeah, I don't like it
fair
this
enough.
time because it'd be like a D4. I figured it out.
D1.
No, you
He turned to
did good,
Jason and
I
said,
guess.
"Get inspired."
No, be inspired by something I say to you.
Yeah. Okay, so you've got inspiration now.
Thank you.
He's gonna fight a snake. He's gonna drop it like he's Kenyon Drake.
Oh, there you go.
Too soon. Too soon. By exactly 3 days.
Is that good for? Is that good for bardic inspiration?
No, I
Go
feel
for it,
less
yeah, that's
inspired now. I
So
feel
go ahead.
depressed.
Sorry.
All right.
Next word.
So
You're Jason, remember, not Hillers.
this
He,
snake's
he
gonna
feels
rush
depressed.
here,
He doesn't understand the reference, and he's sad.
and she's going to pull her longbow, draw it back, shoot 2 arrows at Erna.
Oh,
These red shirts, man.
Troy just wants to get rid of them. He's tired
He
of them.
wants them. He wants them out of here. He doesn't want to be doing that.
All right. So one of them, she like pulls Turna pulls her arrow back and like actually like bats the arrow out of the air mid-flight, which is pretty badass. But as she does so, another arrow shoots in her shoulder, and she grasps that. And you can see like this green and black kind of this nastiness kind of start to spread out through her veins from there. From where the arrow
Most
Yeah.
poison arrow ever. The arrow of instant explosion.
But she's still up, right? She's not down.
Yeah, she is, but you can see like she grasps it and she nearly drops her bow. She's in bad shape. That hurt a lot. And that'll be it for her turn. Recto.
The one who just shot her. Yeah, I'm gonna go attack that guy.
Okay. Are you moving into melee?
Yeah, I'm gonna move into melee range with the archer, and I'd like to actually move to the left one if I could. Yeah, if I can, if that's good.
Yep.
Just
If it pleases your honor, I'd
and
love to
then
move.
miss
one.
with that
That's all
attack,
right. Yep.
and then go again.
That does
Jesus.
hit.
Okay.
It does. Yep.
And then use a key point for flurry of blows to swing twice more.
Misses.
There we go.
Whoa, there we go. That's more like it.
You know, she's like using her snake reflexes. You miss a few times, but you do get a few good hits in.
It just kind of going, you know, 1 2 1 2. Just
Imagine boxing snake. if you
yeah.
will.
That's why you only hit 50% of the time. So, yeah. And that's gonna end my turn there.
All right, Jason, you're mano a mano.
Yep. We'll begin with
Snakehead
the
dude.
yep a standard issue.
All right, that hits.
Okay. And then the rapier.
That hits.
Oh yeah, it does.
Is he dead?
No.
Here it comes again.
That hits.
That'll be it for this first volley here while I catch my bearings.
Okay, so you swing. He tries to defend. He pulls up one arm and you slice right down and open a huge gash across his forearm. Another swing comes down, cuts across his chest. Blood begins to pour down. Another, you stick him right in the side. Goes in, seems to go right through. Doesn't hit anything vital, but he
Already having a bad
hissing.
day. Gotcha. All right, thank you. That ends my turn.
My goodness.
And so
Jason's all about efficiency.
Zig's turn.
no, it is the guy that's Jason
Snake
just-
monster.
Oh,
and,
so I should scroll up.
So, what I need Jason to do. Jason, can you make a wisdom saving throw, please? Okay.
Did it do it?
It was a DC 5. Yes.
So the snake kind of looks down at his bleeding chest, grasps at it, and looks at you and goes, "Yes, drop your weapons and surrender." And you do it.
Oh, that
No.
sucks. That sucks badly. I'm not gonna be happy about that at all.
You see, the rest of you see Jason. let
Wait,
go of
wait.
his weapons.
Inspiration die?
I'm trying to
You
add
know
your
what?
inspiration to that save.
And that's a 1d6?
It was a 1d8.
No, no. Do you want the inspiration or do you want the bardic inspiration?
Oh yeah. So there's. I thought you were
I-
talking about bardic inspiration.
Yeah, well, I don't
I
have.
don't-
Rhinolan has the regular inspiration.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. I'm not sure if there's gonna be. I don't want to let it go to waste too.
We
So.
have
So,
30 minutes left.
Bam!
A regular inspiration is for a reroll.
Yep.
So
Yep. I'm
basically
gonna give
you-
it to him. I'm gonna give it to him.
I roll.
All
it.
right. So
Thank
you
you.
drop your weapons and then shake your head and quickly pick them back up.
Wait.
Get back into your stance.
He says, "How about fuck you?"
They're like, actually, that doesn't sound right to me at all.
All right, Zigmundo.
All right. Zigmundo steps up.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Just happy
I know, I'm doing it,
happy
Jordan.
got used. I was thinking about it there, and it's like, you always think you need to save it to like save somebody's life.
Right. Yeah. That's always a hard one to figure
These
out.
guys
like,
are
oh,
punks, though. I'm gonna tear this guy up like a fucking
It works.
cardboard.
Anyways, let's get through this.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna hit magic missile at level 2, and that means I get 4 missiles. And as I do that, I'm gonna take 2 of them to the guy to the east of Jason, and 2 of them to the guy in northeast of Recto. And they're going to go the first 2 to Jason, and then the second 2 to Recto. Is that
Okay. Yep.
okay? Great. Just wanted
Get
to
'em!
make sure I clarified all that before it got cast. Oh shit! They always do this, don't they? Alrighty. You know what? I'm just gonna cast these individually. These are
Okay.
pain in
Let's,
the
yeah,
dick.
we're gonna ignore that and just do them individually.
Yeah, ignore that. So it's 1d4 plus 1.
4
Okay.
times.
4 times.
And you can hit up after you cast one, and it'll just recast it.
Oh, how nice. Okay, there's 1.
One
That's a
d4.
d20 plus 1.
I'll
Oh,
take it.
this-
I'll take it. I'll
I,
take it.
I clicked on a D4.
That was 2 magic missiles hit my guy.
You can just do slash roll. Slash roll.
There you go.
space, 1,
Fine.
2,
There you go. There's a 4.
Okay.
Okay. There's a 5.
Nice.
There's a 5.
Yes.
There's a
Yes.
4.
So
So 9 to
you-
each. Plus
okay.
force damage. Or they get knocked back, right? Or whatever.
No.
No?
Force damage is just a type of damage. It's not. an effect
It's like fire or ice.
or
it's
poison.
basically
Oh no,
ironically.
no! I'm sorry. I thought they actually got knocked in a direction. If it was, never mind. Don't worry about it. Apologize.
Force damage is like the most generic of damages.
Yeah.
So Cyclops from the X-Men, there's
I think it's
once
cool.
canon that his eye beams the energy came from the punch realm.
Oh, yeah.
Big punch.
Is that what they called it? The punch realm?
At
I knew
one
it
point.
came from a different realm, but seriously,
Yeah.
that's awful. It's
All
just
right.
One Punch Man is taking control over the entire realm.
One Punch Man.
All right, Zygmunt, is that
Yep.
it for you?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm just double checking. I can't do like another secondary action, and I do not believe I can. So that ends my turn.
Well, that was pretty
Okay.
baller. How dead is my
Alright.
Snake Man? Super dead or?
Is he bloody?
He appears to be worse for the wear, but he's not dead.
Okay.
He's bloodied. All right, so this other snake comes in, pulls out its bow, fires at Squawk. Two arrows.
Okay.
At Squawk. So
I dodge.
Done.
and actually
Saved.
hold on, I'm sorry, it didn't do that. This one doesn't actually hit an arrow.
I mean, you said he dodged. So.
So this one actually looks up at you. So do a wisdom saving throw, Nick.
Wonderful.
You're
Oh, just straight
fine.
wisdom, right?
You're good at everything.
It's a wisdom saving throw, not just straight wisdom.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Sorry. Saving throws wisdom. It is.
Oh my
Okay.
That's a
god.
wonderful
So he
growl.
looks at you and
Not good at everything.
he says, "Forget how to fly."
Oh, your biggest weakness.
So you find, like, you look at your arms and you're like, what's happening? And you slowly descend, but by the time you've landed, you can't remember, like, how was I even doing that?
Gads, what have I been doing?
The rest of the party is happy about this.
did it ensorcel Bird Nick, or did it just bring regular Nick to the fore?
And he'll actually, I think, get
Some never-ending story action for you there.
All right. And this one's gonna look at Rhinoceros Rollinoceros.
Rhinolan! I'll fight to the death.
And Roland, go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw. Show me your true form. And
No.
you feel like you have to return back to your human form.
It's because he called you Rollinoceros, the improper name. Made you think too hard.
Damn.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
All right.
Can't wait to kill
Uh,
both all these guys and their general.
This
So excited.
one, let's see, all right, so this one is going to put I removed the wrong amount of health from Turna, so let me come up here and fix that.
How have only two of these guys gone since my turn?
Okay. So she's actually not as bad off as. So Yasha is the one of the snakes is coming up and pulls out.
They're all
the,
named?
They are all named. Pulls out her bow and arrow. 2 more arrows into Turna.
You want her dead so bad.
So one of those hits for 15 down.
That's gonna do it.
No.
Let's pick her up.
Hey, but this is what you guys have them here for, right?
Yeah, but let's
Or-
pick her up.
Yeah.
We love
Okay.
our red shirts. We know they'll die, but we love them anyway.
Roland, you're up.
I'm gonna look back over at the one next to me, and I'm gonna look pissed off that he took me out of my fun animal shape.
I'd be
I'm gonna
pissed.
flick my hand down and cast Flame Blade.
Okay. Yep.
Say, remember, you wanted this.
Unfortunately, it's able to parry that blow.
And that's gonna be the end of my turn.
Okay.
How long does that last? Oh, there it is. Never mind.
It's like an hour, or
10 minutes.
Up
Nice.
to 10 minutes,
10 minutes.
given
Just
concentration.
forever. Yeah. Squawk.
Well, no, I mean you have to do a concentration save, like get
Mhm.
hit or something.
If you take
right?
damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the suggestion, which is the spell that they cast on you guys, by the way, it lasts 8 hours. So you can't remember how to fly for the next 8.
Wow, I'm so glad you didn't make me surrender for 8 hours.
Does that mean
Good
I am?
inspiration,
Can I
Roland.
not use my wild shape then?
For 8
No,
hours?
that
Or that form, or
so you know it.
No, it said
you need to
return to
follow
your
what it
human
said,
form.
right?
Return
So
to your
I think
human form.
You,
Yeah.
let's talk about it on your turn if you want to try.
okay. Is there any? Is there? I'm sorry. Is there? There's no continual checks against this?
gotta
Let's
be.
see.
There's gotta be. Otherwise, it's essentially permanent mind control.
So if you or any of your companions damage the target the spell ends.
Ah, okay.
Okay. All right. Cool.
There's no other checks.
So we just go
Right.
punch you.
If the snakes damage.
Oh,
you-
okay.
Okay.
Yep. I'm it's the end of my turn.
That's a shame, because I'd be like, I slapped the shit out of Roland for his own good.
Is this snake that's to my southeast in melee range of me?
Yes.
Okay, so I just
Whenever they're within 1 square, they're within the.
Okay, cool. Then in that case, I'm going to
I'm just kidding, but
no, I know. I'm going. No, fuck that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna attack with the mace. I'm going to do this. There we go. Here it is. And it's gonna go. I think 20 feet. I mean, that's close-ish.
That
I
won't.
don't know,
That won't hit both of the. That would hit these 2. Actually, it would hit these 3.
A 20-foot radius means like a 4x5 square.
It would not hit the one next to you. If you centered it on this one.
I can put it anywhere. So that's kind of the thing, is I can put it anywhere.
I know, but I'm saying you can't get all of them.
From the center, it's
You
a
have to put it in a
4x5
cube.
square. Yeah. Pick where you want to center it, and then
Are you
draw a
that green line?
4x5 cube around
Who's
that.
drawing?
sorry, that was me. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll put it. I'll cast it right here.
Right where? Okay. So that is not going to get the one next to you.
That's fine.
Okay, but it'll get the other, or 3 of the others. So
Right.
Go ahead and mark them with a yellow dot. Ones that are
Also,
finals.
Recto.
Are you
And
are you
Jason.
hitting that?
And Jason.
Yeah, we'll hit.
So, like, these are your 2 options.
Okay, thanks.
Despite my inability to draw a straight line.
So-
So hold on. I'm sorry. So let me take the yellow dot off because it's not so
Sphere.
much about who it. Well,
It's a stationary sphere, is what it
It's
is.
an area.
Yeah.
It's an area. Like this area.
Unless you
is-
cast it on a moving thing.
Yeah. So give me a minute here.
I can't
Oh,
even cast it on a movie.
You can
Oh.
cast it on a moving thing? Oh, that would be great. That would be a tag team move. That would be an Avengers tag team move, Nick. You cast silence on me.
I thought you
just
could.
run
I
into
thought
some
you could say
mages.
I cast it on this.
It's a 20-foot sphere centered on a point you choose, so it's centered on a point that I choose. I
Yeah.
take that to mean it's an area, it's not a target.
Right.
If I
So
can target something, that's
What if the
No,
point you
no.
choose is that guy's head?
is my
that's
head?
how it works.
Then all the mages around me are silenced, and I just start carving
Yeah,
them
well,
up.
yes, but it's stationary to that thing. It doesn't. It's not going to stay on
Oh,
you
right.
while you
all right.
move.
Right, yeah,
Got
the point is just, and that just happens to be where his head is. It's just that still
Yes.
longitude, latitude of the spell is still that point.
Can we do it
just
the other
happens to
way?
be-
As a super Avenger move?
No.
Okay. Worth asking.
That's an
and
awesome
that's-
spell though. Nice job, Nick.
Yeah. All right. So
You no longer hear Turno crying out in pain.
It's been a while since we've had awkward polygons in one of our fights.
all right. All right. The one next to you, Recto, is puts away her longbow and pulls out her scimitar and swings it at you. Missing, and then lashes out with her snake face to bite you. Hitting you for 12.
Nope. As she does that, I'm gonna kind of reactively like throw up my hand, like bright
Your
light.
Regular hand.
I have two regular hands now, but this bright light shines out, and basically makes it harder for them to hit.
So it's disadvantage. Okay.
Disadvantage. Yeah.
All right. So we'll roll again. We'll only use the attack roll for this though. So we'll use the damage of the first bite.
No, we won't, because you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna hit me. So.
I said if.
Yeah.
Why do you taunt the DM?
Oh. All right.
Why?
All right.
He can't control
So
the
this-
dice.
Misses.
He will control the dice if you keep taunting him.
He is a fair
right,
and
let's-
just DM.
It is your turn.
Because we've avoided taunting him.
And so as that bite comes in, I'm gonna kind of come down on the thing's head. Let's see, what did I hit it for last time? Was it? I don't know if you can say this. Did it look bloodied or like in rough shape after the last round of?
It's taken a fair amount of damage, but no, it's still
In good
Full
fighting
aggressive.
conditions.
All right, then
Yeah.
I'm gonna as it comes in on me, I'm gonna pull out my my dagger and kind of try to hit it in the kind of in the side, like a kidney shot kind of dagger, and turn that into a stunning strike.
okay. Do you have to roll anything or?
It's a save. Sorry, I'm looking for it. There.
Cons?
14 Constitution.
Doesn't make it, so it is stunned.
I'm gonna leave that one. I'm gonna run over to the one to the right with my dagger still out. Basically, try the same thing.
Okay. That does not.
Yeah, and then I will unarmed strike. Come at it with my other hand. Unarmed strike, kind of punch it, and that's gonna end my turn.
And this snake then, which one was this command? Which command did this snake issue a command?
Confused.
No, I think he shot Turner. I feel like
Oh, this
Yeah,
one shot.
he hasn't done a command.
they both
Neither of
shot. They
those
both
have done a
shot her.
command. The only ones that have done commands are the ones by Jason, me, and
Got it.
All right. What are the blue squares, by the way?
Ice
Hill was
bits.
just trying to draw sizes.
Oh, yeah, I was trying to indicate the size of the spell range for
I
the.
see.
So feel free to delete.
They're swimming pools. That's where we're gonna hang out after the fight.
They're nice.
I'd like to invite the snakes to the hot tub.
The pools have healing powers.
All right, Jason, you're up.
Okay. Well, back to my friend here with his standard treatment of one longsword attack.
Does hit.
Okay. And I presume he's still up and
I'll tell you if
flailing?
he's not.
Fair enough.
That hits.
And again.
All right. So this time, as you
damn near
as
a crit. Damn near a crit on that one.
this time, as you kind of, slash again, he's getting cuts everywhere, and then the last one, right through his heart, and you see blood just kind of leak down your blade.
Cool.
And you pull it out, and you just, boom, collapse.
If I
Actually,
had
he doesn't do any of that. None of those words, none of those onomatopoeia actually happened because it's all in silence.
It's kind of like a spaceship battle where technically none of it made sense, but in your head,
you know.
you heard the pew 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 when you pulled the trigger, even though it's space, so it's a vacuum. There's no real sound.
It's almost a shame. Had he still been alive, I might have done Oh no, wait. And this is a mechanical question. If I was to use my movement and to within melee of another character, could I use a superiority die to make a maneuvering attack against that character?
I don't think so, but let's take a look. Because I think you have to hit that.
Recto can do stuff like.
Well, no, but it's different for him because typically that damage gets added to the prior
That's
attack.
right, yeah.
The prior attack, right? And I used all my attacks, foregoing an action surge, which I still might do.
I don't know what the answer is. I guess. Yeah.
Can you post your maneuvering attack text?
I'm
scrolling up and I'm not seeing it. I thought we had pasted.
So I have to hit a creature with a weapon attack.
That was against.
You add the die to the attack's damage roll.
So,
So
I guess technically I still could do it because I hit him, but the damage would be useless because he's now dead.
Right.
Hit
But
his
you
dead
could,
body and.
But you could get the effect.
I could get the effect. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is use some movement, right?
Mhm.
And go to the one next to Recto. Oh, I'm still drawing. Sorry.
Okay.
Up here.
Yep.
Use an action surge.
Yeah.
Okay. Do a longsword attack.
Okay.
Okay. Which
hits.
I presume hits, right? And I'll do a maneuvering attack for Squawk to be able to move up to half his movement without reprisal.
So now I have to figure out does silence prevent you from using maneuvering attack?
Yeah,
No,
but
it's an attack.
He's gonna shout at me, so yes.
That can see
Wait,
or
well,
hear
let's-
you. See
See me.
or hear you.
So I can just go.
But you can still see
Yeah.
now. All right. So you can see you so that you can motion to him.
Yeah.
Fuck out. Yeah, you can do like Dave Coulier style.
Yeah.
Oh my
Cut
god.
Cut it out.
Didn't expect him to be referenced to
So
that.
Squawk, you can now move up to half your speed.
Half your movement without an opportunity attack.
Well, I can't
Fly.
fly, so
Yeah, but you can still walk like everyone else does.
I know.
All
works.
the time.
Yeah, okay. I'll start. I'll move here. That's where I'll move.
How far can you move?
That's
Wait
my
a
question.
minute. Half your.
I know. I thought it was 50, but it's not. I think it's 30.
I really doubt it.
It's 25, so it's 12, so I can move 10. Okay, so
Good thing.
yeah.
And
That still doesn't do any good. I'll move here. I'll move 5
if
feet
you
up.
if you move there, I'm gonna be so mad.
Oh, man, so-
And correct me, and Troy, I'm just asking as a question. I honestly don't
Mhm.
recall when I'm using the action surge to have a new action. Does
Mhm.
that action include the bonus attack of the offhand
Yes.
weapon?
Yeah.
No.
Action include. Well, no. It doesn't include a bonus action. It includes all of your attacks.
You get 2 more attacks though.
Oh, okay. Well, then here comes the offhand.
No. No. It's not an offhand. So your offhand uses your bonus action, which is a separate action from your
Got it.
standard action. Your standard action includes 2 attacks, which are both with your main hand.
Oh, okay. So here come. Well,
So with
fair
action surge, you're gonna
enough.
get 2 main hand attacks.
It's the same. It's the same attack roll. It's the same.
So he has to
damage.
specify like he can only use like his left hand as his offhand. That's like a.
No, that's okay. I mean, no, it's the same. I mean, I'm a dual wielder, right? They're the same D8. They're the same rolls. So in this case, it's moot point, right?
Well, I'm just wondering for future, like if you wanted to hit with one weapon and then the other
For
as an
future-
attack.
For future, that could not have been rapier attack. It could only have been longsword attack. If
It
you want me to
basically,
roll another, I will.
No, I'm fine. If it's the same stats. But you do get another attack as well.
No,
That
5
one
is
hits,
the
that one
max.
hits, by the way.
5 is the max.
Yeah, the fourth
So
the fourth one was the longsword ATK up top there, right before the maneuvering attack.
Yeah,
Wait, didn't you just use an action surge or no?
I
He-
did. So I did 3
Okay.
attacks against the dead snake, moved,
Okay, so
used
did
an
I,
attack against this snake to move Squawk, and then just now did another attack.
I see. Okay, got it. All right, good.
Hillary's
All
saying
right.
he can't do damage. He's telling the truth.
That's all I'm
Sigma-
doing.
Yeah, Zigmundo.
I'm
you're up.
doing so much damage.
Awesome.
And saving you, you ungrateful bird.
Jeez. All
Be
right.
be right back.
Oh goodness. Okay. I'm going to use my action to uncork the geyser.
Okay.
And so that is my main action for this turn.
Mhm.
The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple steps back. So I'm going to move 10 feet to the west.
And when you uncork it, I think you can point it at one of them and still hit it.
Let me double check that.
It's just it costs you your bonus action to move it to another target,
right.
or to like keep it. Actually, no, I think you can even keep it going for free.
You can't erase
The
two
bonus
times.
action is to change targets with it.
Okay, great, fantastic. So I'm going to use, if you will let me, I will use it to point and unleash a geyser at this slithery fair friend right there.
Okay.
And I believe that is going to be. I have it on my character sheet, so I'll just hit that. And boom.
Okay, so he's gonna do a strength save. Does not save. So he's going to take 4 damage.
And then move easterly.
And you can move him, or let's see.
Up to
No, you
15
can't
feet.
move him. Oh, up to 15 feet, yeah.
Yep.
You move him 15 feet away?
Correct. Easternly toward Roland, unfortunately.
Thanks.
Okay.
Sorry,
and
Roland.
he is now prone.
Well, wait, hang on. Will you let me move him in a
He's
diagonal
fine, he's prone.
direction?
Yeah, so you can be there if you want.
Yes.
All right.
That's my turn.
Is that something else? All right. So he is going to spend half his action or half his movement to stand back up, and yeah, he'll get a little bit closer, and he is going to so Zigmundo, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
No, he's
Is
not.
this a spell?
It is.
Can I counterspell it?
Suggestion is a spell. Can you?
I mean, you can try.
No, I just didn't know if it counted as a spell or if it was like an innate ability that they had.
You can try.
I'll
Oh.
cast counterspell.
Don't you have to wait till your turn?
It's a
No,
reaction.
it's a reaction.
That would
What-
make
what
the
level are you
spell
casting
pointless if you had to wait till your turn.
Oh, you're right. It totally would. Yeah.
Yeah, casting it.
Well, not pointless,
Level
but
3?
mostly pointless.
Okay. All right.
Like
So as
entangle or yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
so he looks at Zigmundo and says, "Surrender," and then Walk, you go, and all of a sudden, Zigmundo, you start to feel. Well, I don't even know if you would have felt it because we didn't do the wisdom saving throw. But it doesn't. It has no effect on.
Oh, all right, so I'm not even going to have a quip here. We're moving on.
Yep. All right.
Sorry
Okay.
for the loss of your quip.
So this guy though is gonna look at Roland and do the same thing. Surrender. And Roland, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
You saved.
Oh,
Nice.
All right.
These fuckers.
Yeah, how many of these are there?
Honestly.
Okay. Let's see. Ooh, this one's not in a good place. All right. The one between Resto and Jason is going to swing its scimitar at Recto.
Oh.
Nope. Warding flare, same thing. I'll try to blind him again.
Okay.
I get 3 of those per
Yeah.
per rest.
You're gonna need it. That was nasty.
All right, and remind me again how do I? Oh, pose
Just disadvantage.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So we'll just use the attack roll from this, and if it's not a critical, so it still hits.
Okay.
But it's not a critical.
But it hits for 8.
So we'll use. So it'll hit for 8. Yeah.
Okay.
Could have been worse.
All right. And then it strikes out to bite you.
oh.
Oh, that's nasty.
Doesn't hit.
That doesn't. That's not gonna go.
All right, rolling.
How do you miss a bite?
I'm gonna have to take another swing at him.
Okay, go for it. It does not hit.
I mean, it's a bite. When have you ever missed biting something since you were like 2?
Have you seen me eat?
I'm going to remain. I'm just gonna remain where I am.
Okay. Squawk.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Doesn't It Whispers on.
And we haven't been giving our little archer friend. Let me add her back in. Sorry. Give
Isn't
her
she
a couple
dying?
extra attacks.
She's up.
She'll get a couple extra attacks. Make up.
You've already forgotten about her, haven't you, Troy?
In my heart, she's dead. So Nick, what were you doing? Sorry.
I guess Doesn't It Whispers on
Okay.
this snake.
Which one?
Yes, this one
Okay,
here.
this one. Okay. Okay. Wisdom saving throw. All right. Go ahead and do that. And it actually has advantage on the save.
Why is okay?
So
Say
it's
so.
By the way, your saves are not, your spell DC is not correct.
It should be 15, right?
But
I
it's
don't know what it should be,
almost
but I
certainly
know
not
it's
a
not
DC of
11.
18, so
I learned how to fix it, Nick. Do you want me to go in and fix it for you?
Sure.
Okay.
Hey,
so it saved, Nick. So
Okay.
it's gonna take 3. No. So
3 damage.
actually, nothing happens.
Okay.
Oh, and a successful save. Hold on, the target takes half as much damage. Okay, so still do the 3d6. It's gonna take. Actually, it takes 6. So it takes 3 damage.
Are you allowed to tell us why it has advantage?
I mean, I'm allowed to, but I'm just not going
He's got
to.
Probably has advantage on wisdom saves.
Oh, probably, yeah.
proficiency plus thing. Okay.
Nick, you could. Here's what I'll let you do is make a nature check.
Okay.
Nick, all your stuff is charisma, right?
Squawk does not know the answer to that.
Okay.
All right.
Hillers, don't change it to charisma, change it to skill. I think it's skill is the one you want.
Skill is not an option in what I'm doing. To change
Okay.
it.
All right, so this one, he's the one that was stunned. Is it now back up?
It's till the end of my next turn.
Which you haven't had yet, right?
I have not had yet.
Okay. All right. So it's stunned. Well, does it get a attempt to save?
No, it's just incapacitated.
All right. Well, then it's your turn.
Still got my dagger out, so I'm gonna attempt to hit this snake here with it.
Yep.
Squawk, your charisma is a 15?
That hits.
Okay, and I'm gonna again kind of try to make that a stunning strike, kind of again a kidney shot deal or whatever. DC 14 Constitution.
Okay. This won't have advantage on this, I don't think. And fails, so it is stunned.
All right, him being stunned, I'm gonna head back to the one up to the northwest.
Don't worry, I got this guy.
Well, I'm not leaving the silence cube, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then I'm gonna go to work on this guy.
Says the guy that once left me alone against 3 lions and 4 snakes.
With my unarmed strikes. So I have, and I'm gonna use a Step of the Wind here, which brings me down to 1 key point. I mean, not Step of the Wind. Flurry of Blows.
Hits.
So that's my second attack, and then I get 2 more as my bonus action.
Okay. Do you have advantage?
I do, because he's stunned.
Got it. Okay, then that does hit. Yeah,
Last one.
that'll hit as well.
And that's all. That's all I can do.
All right, Jason, you're up.
Okay.
This one's no longer stunned.
Alright. But the one in front of me is, right?
That's correct. So you have advantage against your melee attacks against it.
Yep, so it's gonna be rough for him as I do the following. Well, it's advantage, so that one.
Just click the
Doesn't
advantage toggle at the top of your sheet there.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't do
Well,
it.
if you do it once without advantage.
Right. Oh my god! Oh, that's embarrassing. Okay, alright. Well, maybe the offhand will do better? Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Somewhat. Okay. And then the following.
Okay, that hits.
Alright. That ends my turn.
Okay, it's looking in pretty rough shape.
So I stab.
Both the ones that-
Stab
both the ones-
at
You
the
and
prone.
Recto they're covered in blood.
Hey, Hillers, you can use that bardic inspiration to add to your attack rolls as well.
All right, Zigmundo, it's your turn.
Okay, thank you. I will-
Yay!
thank you.
Zigmundo
That's
makes it back up.
absolutely good to know.
I'm gonna go ahead and use a magic missile at level 3, and it'll be attacking that one right there.
All
Nice.
of it. Okay, all of them.
All 3 of them, please.
Yep.
And so we're gonna just go right ahead and roll
3 1d4 plus 1s.
3 1d4 plus 1s. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, so 11 points of damage.
Very good. And then I'm gonna use my my movement to barricade myself about 15 feet north of where I currently am.
Okay. So there.
I'm gonna, right there.
There. Okay.
All right, that's on my turn.
All right. So
Do I know how to
Turna-
fly now?
No, I would have.
Because you
have
said if he
anyone
takes
hurt you?
damage. You said if he takes damage,
No,
it all
if you
breaks.
take damage. Has he hurt you? Show us where he
Emotionally.
touched you, Nick.
Show us where he touched it.
No, you still don't know how to fly.
Okay.
All right, so Turna is going to shoot. She's got 4 shots this turn 'cause she's been saving up.
She's
Saving
been
up.
riding the benches pretty hard.
She's gonna put the
I'm gonna shoot so fast.
the next 2 into the one next to Jason.
What's advantage on those?
Not on the one next to you.
Right,
Not
but
on any of the
on the
ones.
Jason one, yeah.
Nope, because that's a ranged attack.
It's still
Prone
advantage.
attack. No, it's disadvantage.
They're
on
not
the
prone, they're
ranged attack.
stunned.
Oh, okay. If they're stunned, yeah.
So both of the arrows, like one goes right into the middle of the chest and then right into the middle of the between the eyes, dropping the one next to Recto. Yeah, and she similarly turns and then 2 arrows both hit like through both eyes, like and drop the one next to Jason.
Damn.
Payback.
Okay, well, our options for prisoners are narrowing steadily.
All right, so this one down here.
So far, we're clocking these guys. And considering they all have individual names, feeling great about that.
All right,
Well,
so
I'm stuck in an epic battle.
I wouldn't really call it epic.
Epic's one
Not
word
epic.
for it.
Hitting each
Lost
other.
what? A hit point?
Neither of us hitting each other. We're just skipping around. Over
You guys are
That's
like,
what
hey man, you
everyone's
want to call it a truce? Yeah, let's call it a truce. All right, cool.
so this one is looking around and is
Here's
freaking
the
out.
rolling fight. It's
Yeah.
epic! So many hits!
I think Troy's trying to speak.
Yeah, so this one down here starts to freak out. Sees that the fight's going the wrong way. Turns to look for its only other surviving companion. Sees that one battling Roland, and shouts towards Roland. Surrender to us and follow us. Roland, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
No.
Okay.
The wisdom he's got.
Yeah. Right. It gets out to here. All right. And this one is gonna try one more time. Turns to Roland and says, "We said surrender." Wisdom saving throw.
Nah.
Oh, no, wait. By the way, like,
Lost it again!
no, so that last one, I think, because that was the Dissonant Whispers that was cast on it, is that right?
Nope.
That's why it ran?
No, it ran because it ran.
It ran because it needs to run.
Okay.
Ran so far away.
I was asking the DM, but
opportunity if you want to do it, Roland.
Do I take the flame blade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get to
That
reroll
hits.
the damage on that because the savage attacker is a melee.
Okay.
It
doesn't-
wouldn't be,
use
it's
the
just the
crit.
damage. It just
Oh,
So it
that's
moves
a
up to
shame.
17, which is
but it's still up to a 17.
Could have been a 27.
Plus 10.
Nah, that's
No,
the
no, there's no
attack
plus
roll
10.
advantage. Yeah.
I thought I had that set for roll.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's your turn, Roland. They're
Um,
getting out of dodge. They're slithering away.
I'm going to let's see. I got 30 feet. I'm gonna run up on this one. This one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell him, "You surrender, bitch." And yeah.
That hits.
Let me roll the damage on that, so it can be up to.
Okay. So 7. Okay. And it's looking pretty rough.
That's the end of my turn.
All right, Squawk, you're up.
Okay. See how far away this is. All right, and he's running away too. Seeing that one's starting to run away, I'm going to sprint forward 25 feet,
Okay.
and I'm going to viciously mock it.
The one down here.
The one that Roland's engaged with,
Okay. Yep. Go for it.
because that's the one. I would like to non-lethally, if that is going to be an issue, I like to non-lethally mock him if that's possible.
Mockery
Unfortunately,
is usually not
I
lethal.
don't believe that that's possible. You can hold back a melee attack. I think
Okay.
that's really only melee attack. But your 2 is probably not going to be lethal. He does fail, so he's going to take those 2. And then what else happens to him?
He has disadvantage
He
on
has
his next attack.
disadvantage. All right.
And that's my
Recto.
turn.
okay. just checking what my ranges are and stuff here. Okay, I'm gonna run to the unoccupied one. I'm gonna get to here. I can go 45 feet.
All right.
And with my dagger still out, I'm gonna try to dagger him. Oh, I don't have advantage. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, that'll be 8 damage though.
And then yeah, and then I'll try to stun him with that, which is DC 14 Constitution.
Yep. Passes.
Oh.
Not stunned.
Can I have a hey teacher moment about his dagger, about what he's doing?
Sure.
Okay, he's attacking with the blunt end of a dagger, so it's not. So
I never said I was attacking with the blunt end of a dagger.
Well, isn't that how you can stun him? Is you have to use a bludgeoning weapon?
No, I stun him by hitting him with a melee weapon.
Our blood loss.
I can,
you know
I can
what? I think
kidney
you said
shot
one
him. I
time
can
you okay, I
hit
thought
him in
one
the
time you said
neck.
it had to be a bludgeoning weapon, so never
Nope.
mind.
A
All right.
dagger
It's
is
okay,
never-
student.
So that stunning strike did not work.
No, it did not. So that said, I'm just gonna start wailing on him with my unarmed strike.
Yeah. We're at leave no prisoners time now. So much for the interrogation.
Where are we
plan.
gonna fucking keep him?
And
We weren't gonna keep him anywhere. We're just gonna interrogate and kill.
so
That
this
does
is so, and I don't want these to be lethal strikes, by the way, if it comes to that. So I just want to know, and then I get one more unarmed strike on him,
All right, that hits him.
and that is all I can do.
All right, Jason, you're up.
Alright. I'm just gonna. Where's the ruler?
It's the
It's the
Once I
circle
calm down.
icon now.
Oh, okay. They changed it. Alright.
Yeah.
30 feet. Sweet.
No,
All right.
no. You gotta measure
From-
for yourself.
From me.
Yeah, so you can get to there. To
All right.
right
Well,
above
then
Rectal.
I'll take a reaction to just the and do my dash
It's
to
not
the
a
one.
reaction. That would be taking the action.
I-
dash
my-
action.
I will take a dash action to the one above Roland.
Yep. You still have your bonus action.
Yeah, but I don't have anything that can. Like I don't inherently have a bonus action.
Yes, you
right?
do.
Like,
You sure do. Yes, you
Offhand.
do. You can hit with your offhand with your bonus action. That's
really?
what you're always
Without
doing.
you, with that. Oh, that's the dual wield. I thought it had to be.
a
triggered
bonus
by-
action does not require an action. It's just something you get once per turn if you have an ability that is.
Oh, okay.
That can use
Well,
it.
then I'll wail at it with the rapier, and yeah, I will take a non-lethal as well.
Okay. That hits. All right. Sigmundo.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna move 30 feet down to here.
Mr. Range right here.
Yeah, well, I didn't have to move, but I just want to make sure I got a clear shot.
Just so you know, I didn't have to do it.
Exactly. And the one right next to Recto, I'm
Uh-huh.
going to cast Sleep Against
Mm-hmm.
at level.
This is going call back out to Elmop. You guys used to break out the sleep all the time.
Yeah, well, that's when we wanted to like make sure people didn't get away to like sound the guards.
Well, the hit point pool. Once we learned that was a thing, that really dampened its usage. But in this case, it's just about perfect.
Yeah, let me just double check what the higher levels actually do here.
You got an MVP vote for the one where you stopped that guy.
Yeah, I know I did, didn't I?
Might be a second one in the offing.
All right,
This
fine.
guy gives us good info.
All right, so I'm gonna roll sleep at level 2, and there we go.
All right. So does he get a save? How does this work?
Oh, let me.
No.
He's supposed to do everything. I'm just gonna copy pasta. Hang on.
5d8.
Okay, so unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have affected. Because it's basically it'll affect up to 17 hit points, right?
Right, he had more than that,
You
apparently.
had more than that.
Oh, womp womp. Well, I just wasted that.
That's a good thought.
Yeah. All right. Well, wait. I have not
Okay.
capped the geyser yet.
All right. Yep, you can use your bonus action to turn it to him.
So
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna use my bonus action to turn it to him.
Okay.
Do I need to roll that too? Yeah, I do.
You do. I think there is like a what is it, 1d4? Is that what it was?
There it is.
And then he also has is it a strength save that he has to do? Yeah.
It's right there in
Strength
the.
save. So he fails, so he does get he is knocked prone. You can push him up to Oh, and by the way, it's either knocked over or pushed up the feet away from you. So we have to
Correct.
remember.
So I would just prefer knocked over here. I don't want him to move.
Oh, hold on. Okay, no. You never push a creature. Creature can only go prone. So
Yeah.
that's
So
what
my
we're
bad,
moving
teacher,
forward.
on that one from last two
It
turns.
does go prone. If it fails, it's going to take its 2 damage.
Oh, it's an object that you can push.
Yeah.
All right, that's my turn.
All
It's a
right.
good one.
So Turna is going to move up here, and she's going to loose.
Can we
arrows
communicate
towards
to her?
Of course you can.
Don't kill them.
You can kill one of them.
And she kind of briefly looks over at you, Recto, and says, "Should I not shoot them?"
Leave one alive. Is that all I'll say?
Okay. So she'll shoot 2 arrows towards the one that is next. She's gonna actually use her archer's eye, and she's gonna add a D10
Whoa.
to the damage roll of the first attack, assuming it hits. It does. Okay.
Sharpshooter feet.
Okay, so she hits for a total of 17.
Not bad.
So they like fly through there. One hits, the other one comes in and does the Robin Hood split the arrow down the middle, pops out the back of the creature as it falls to the ground dead.
Sweet vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
So and then you've got
Nice shot.
This one's turn. So this one's going to spend half of its movement standing back up, and it is going to take the hide action.
Hide.
So
It's in the grass.
Oh,
grass.
snake in the grass.
Oh, wait a minute here. Let's see. So it is currently hidden. Rolling. And then it's going to move. Just a minute.
I was gonna say it's gonna hide right there, cause.
Okay. Roland, it's your turn.
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
And I would like that to be 20 foot. Right about that
Okay.
cube right there.
So it gets to. It's gonna do a dex save. Doesn't seem to. You cast it and You don't see.
These rules.
What's the save? How do we know what the save
It's
is?
15. It's 15. The save was 15.
It's a DC 15.
Yep. All right. Walk.
I'm going to just walk around and shrug and be like, "Where'd he go?"
All right. Is there a particular place you're going to walk to?
Right here. I'm going to move just down to. Is that it? Is that it? Did we get him? So I'm just gonna kind of like meander to here.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check. Okay. You're able to see him, Nick.
Oh, cool. Where is he?
Huh.
So, not gonna tell you. You can see
Okay.
him.
I can see him. Can I viciously mock him and say, "Who do you think?"
Yeah.
Who?
Yes. I just don't have a way of showing you and not everybody.
Yeah, it's actually not what I should have done. I should have done something different, but that's cool.
Okay. Well, let's see if he takes that damage. I know we're running over really good, but we'll wrap this up in the next 5 minutes. So he does fail. So he does take that 1 damage.
And it's disadvantage.
On his next attack. All right, Recto.
Does him taking damage take him out of hiding?
It does not.
Okay. I am also gonna cast Fairy Fire.
All right. So he's do his dex save here.
Right where Andy cast it.
Yeah, I can see that, Hillers. All right, he fails, and so this time you all see as he pops back up. Well, he's not popped. He's slithering through the grass, but all of a sudden you see him like lit up.
So is he prone?
He is not, but he's like kind of like
All right,
punched down.
I'm gonna move to him then. And unarmed strike him once as my bonus action.
Good question, Chris. Let's get to that one on your turn. Well, actually, hold on a second. Let me because this might actually matter because I think you might be able to do something. You've got at least 30 feet. I can tell you that.
Thank you.
Which is enough. You can see him.
Thank you.
Sorry, Meryl. What did you want to do?
I'm gonna run to him. And,
So what Hillers and I were just talking about is he has blind sight.
That's
So
right.
He would have. So that would have mattered for finding him.
His little
and-
tricks ain't gonna work.
And I'd actually I'd like to run to the other side of him.
But it wouldn't have made any difference.
Like there?
Right?
Yeah.
I couldn't have done anything.
Actually, one to the right if I could.
Except maybe
you could-
like point in
You
his
just called it
direction.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then
Okay, that hits.
Which I probably would have done for the fairy fire, but we'll just remember next
Mm-hmm.
time because I didn't remember till later anyway.
Yeah.
So.
At the end of your turn.
that's it. I'm done.
All right, Jason. So everybody can see the snake. He's lit up. He's sneaking through the grass. He doesn't quite. He's maybe
And you have advantage on attacks too.
Okay, I will move in and start wielding sort of the blunt end for non-lethal attacks as I do the following.
Okay.
Okay, no good.
Oh, it hit.
That hits.
It hit.
Oh, all right.
All right. Yep.
And
How do you want to do this?
good God, I'll just sort of pick him up by his snake neck and just let him know it's like, you failed. And then I'll take the blunt end of the long sword and just slam it right in between his snake eyes. Watch him drop.
Right. And he goes limp, still breathing, as he's knocked unconscious. outside of the cave at the entrance to Omu, and that's where we'll leave it for tonight.
Thanks, guys. I am
Nice. That was fun,
out.
guys.
That was great. I'm
Yeah.
out. Sorry, no debriefing tonight.
No,
I'll
it's
catch you
fine.
later.
Yeah, I
No,
gotta-
see,
I
man,
gotta-
that
I'm
went
gonna
late.
Take off too.
Yep. Good game night.
Good place to
That was
pick
fun,
up
guys.
next time. So,
Thanks, Troy.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah. Tough fight. Although I'm hoping that because they all had names, that they're not just regular run of the mill standard issues.
Oh man, the silence area was pretty clutch.
yeah.
That was really good. And
To
Nick,
be clear, all of them had 3 uses per day of that spell, and
Nick
two
did a
of-
hell of a
two
job.
one ran out. So Roland resisted all of those. So
Yeah.
basically, neither of them had any of those uses left. And the ones that were in the silence area, I think between them they had like 8 more uses of it. Like,
Jeez.
just never
And-
had the opportunity
Yeah,
to use them.
there was one inspiration that saved the one fail, and then Roland caught all the other opportunities just like right on the chin. So I mean, we couldn't have planned it better, honestly, for how that went for us.
Well, there were. I mean, yeah,
No, because it went for 24 hours. So if they got any one of us anytime,
8 hours. But yeah,
It's 8 hours.
well, yeah, okay, enough to like we're done, right? They could have subdued the entire party.
One
Without,
of the things I was thinking about is what if they got you with like just a runaway? Your character just runs in a random direction for like 8 hours.
into every monster, pulling every ad.
oh
8
my
hours
god. Yeah.
Think about how
No,
even if you
but-
guys beat
I
the
mean-
group then, but if
I
like
mean, it's on.
Zigmundo was now 8 hours away.
Why are we picking on Zigmundo?
It's honestly like a very improbable result that none of them would have succeeded throughout that entire fight. You know
They-
what I mean?
No, they did though.
When no one
Well-
surrendered, no one ran away.
No,
Twice.
Roland had to change back, and Nick forgot how to fly.
Nick forgot how to fly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gener-
Think about
gener-
if either of those
gener-
had been surrenders,
So
that
is
would
your
have changed the action
whisper?
economy quite a bit.
Is your whisper just W Dungeon? Because I said W Dungeon Master, and every one of my texts started with Master, which sounds a little more subservient than I don't know.
I think it might be W/WDM.
No, I tried that. It didn't work.
Now it's
Oh,
dungeon.
Yeah, it is actually it's just dungeon. That's weird. I think
You
it's
are-
just taking I think it's because I named myself Dungeon Master in Roll20 here, and I think it's just taking the first
You are the
word
dungeon.
from it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
just
Because
stops
to
at the
say
space.
master each time is a little bit more polite than I had hoped to be.
Man, these spells, I'm telling you, like everyone we come across now is going to be a caster of some kind. This is going to be. It's going
Well,
to
that was-
require a lot
I
more
mean,
finesse.
That was bonkers. I actually think we got really lucky in that one. I think that could have been a much more devastating fight.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I didn't want to tell Nick during the middle of the battle, but mechanically they have resistance against all magic.
Wow.
They got an advantage on anything magical.
Yeah.
So I thought the reason I bring that up is I know that you had a fight recently where it was like you felt like you couldn't
I couldn't do a damn
contribute
thing.
meaningfully.
Yeah, but Nick
Now it's
Nick
like-
was clutching that fight. He did a lot of good.
Yeah,
stuff.
but not with damage, right? Like not doing damage against them.
Yeah,
Well, that's
but
not
the
what bards
sil-
do, though.
Now the silence might have saved everybody. In
The
theory. You know what I
Well, so when I cast
Silence-
Fairy Fire, then should he have had advantage on his Dex save?
Oh, yes, he should have. Let's see if that would have
I mean, now he's out cold, so I'm not too worried about it. But
So
This is what it is.
the range of my blind sight is 30 feet.
Let me double check, but I believe it will be.
Okay.
So Chris,
I'll-
I hate to ask, is that something that we were not supposed to know about your character?
No, that was the gift I got given by the.
Oh, okay. I forgot. about
When
that.
she bit me in the eyes, I got a lot better sight. And it's actually in a handout just under Jason's name there.
My bad. I didn't recall.
And actually, it can even be better than that. Like, astonishingly, seeing things that are invisible is not as good as that sight can get.
yeah,
So, it was an excellent bonus, especially for a character that, as a human variant, didn't even have dark sight.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Now I do, and I can see invisible things, and if something's trying to fuck with us, I can, if I want to use a superiority die, look into it. So that's yeah, it's really
awesome.
really good. It was one of the more understated gifts of the Coatl. People didn't really. There wasn't the oohs and ahs, but I was looking over. I was like, "That's awesome!"
Yeah, no, that was great.
And for that exact reason, I was like, "He's hiding." Nah, he's not hiding. He's not hiding from me. Especially because in my other D&D game, I just had a fight against a dragon that had blind sight, and I was a warlock, right? So my imp is used to being invisible and being able to give advantage and like flank and do all that. And he was he got immediately killed because he went out in front of us, right? And the dragon just ate him. And because he just did like one like minor attack, but the imps have almost nothing. But he was invisible and he thought he was fine.
Yeah,
he wasn't.
No,
he wasn't fine.
There goes 10 gold.
There goes 10 gold, right?
Yeah.
Which is fine because I mean that party's obscenely wealthy. I've got like 6 uses of imp stored up, but I was like, whoa! But also, every time something bad happens to the imp, that DM is a real. he really sticks it to me about every time I want to give him another command. I'm like, go distract that target. I hope that person's like, no way, that target's huge. I'm not going over there. No way, that's never gonna happen. And I'm like, I gotta like argue it out. I'm like, come on. And I just like go into the book. I was like,
That's
find
funny.
familiar. You have to do what I tell you to do.
That's hilarious.
That's awesome. Great.
He's like the elf in was it Creature in Harry Potter? The house elf that had to obey but was such a dick about it and all the time.
He'll be a dick about it, and if he could fuck it up intentionally for you, he will.
Yeah.
That's how my DM has decided to play my imp.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god. With this again.
So while I've still got you guys, I know we don't have the full group, but I could use a favor here.